Notification from YouTube. It says Dang Matt Smith. Things you should never ask.
Ain't no goddamn house. Fucking house. Fuck. What the fuck was that? Um, oh my fucking god, I'm a dumbass. All the way fucking back there. God. Jesus Christ, I'm listening to this fucking music. Fuck, it's up, man. Oh, he's gonna get my goddamn nerves. Damn it. Ganesh. fucking bitch. Now crash out and quit. fucking great. God, this is your stopping point. You know what? I'm gonna keep going. Fuck it. I'm gonna edit this. Fuck. Wrong goddamn bitchin' button.
Just a huge height advantage for John Shire's group. As Ben Hammond brings it across midcourt. Lobs one for Lawal. Cooper Flagg knocked it loose, and it comes out for Jaden Schutt. Now Hammond has it again. Sion James on him, curling around to the right. Nearly took an extra step. Back up top for Schutt at the center circle. Down inside of 10 on the shot clock. Dribbles to the right. Another handoff. This for Johnson. 5 to shoot. He'll drive, go inside. Got it blocked. Malowacz got a piece. And here come the Blue Devils 4-on-4. James to the left. Knipple a 3. Short. And the rebound for Poteet and Virginia Tech. 90 seconds gone, still tied at 2. Hammond across midcourt, greeted by Con Knipple. A crossover and a bounce pass for Poteet. 15 feet out, Malowacz defending. Another handoff for Hammond, nearly fell down. Gets it back to the right. Jaden Schutt will launch. Too strong on the 3. Malowacz couldn't control the rebound. Lawal has it. Wants to drive the baseline on Malowacz. Spins, but he stepped out of bounds. And the Hokies turn it over. That has been a problem for them this year. They average more than 14 per game. One of the reasons they're actually underwater in terms of their assist-to-turnover ratio, 300th in the country. Very uncharacteristic for a Mike Young coach team.
They did get the offensive rebound after the initial shot, long rebound. They captured that, but then had the turnover.
Here's Malowacz at the top of the key. A handoff for Con Knipple. Lobs it back to the left. There's Cooper. A touch pass for Malowacz. Ricocheted off the backboard. James claims it. Thought about scoring and stepped back up top for Proctor. He'll take a 3. That won't go. Malowacz on the offensive glass. Got a hand on it, but Johnson able to claim it for Virginia Tech. So the Blue Devils 1 out of 4 to start from the field. And we're still tied at 2, 2.5 minutes in. Johnson has it in the right corner. Comes off of a screen. Threw it up near midcourt for Poteet. Catches a handoff. Nope. Going to keep it himself. Backdoor trying to get it to Schutt. Deflected by Proctor. Taken away. Here comes Knipple left to right. For Sion James. The lob to Malowacz. Couldn't catch it cleanly, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by, they say the Blue Devils. I thought Virginia Tech may have gotten a hand on it, but it'll be Hokie basketball. That was about to be a monster dunk, but he couldn't catch it cleanly.
It was. Just a few things have just not been quite precise here in the first couple of minutes of this contest, whether finishes or catches or connecting passes.
Schutt had it knocked loose by James, but got it back in backcourt, fed it ahead for Hammond. He wants to drive on Proctor, thought better of it, backs out to the center circle, and Virginia Tech will do this a lot today. They work deep into the shot clock. On the right, it's Hammond, threw it off the foot of Malowacz, and they'll reset the shot clock to 20. With 16:57 to play until the break.
Last time down, they tried to go backdoor to Schutt, and that is something specifically the Blue Devils worked on in practice, and taking away that backdoor to him, and Tyrese Proctor did a masterful job of not allowing that pass to connect.
Hammond with it just to the right of the center circle. Takes the screen from Schutt to the left. Proctor has him on a switch. Now another screen and a switch. Malowacz has him. They dump it inside for Poteet. Blocked from behind. Malowacz again. And here comes James the other way. A chance to retake the lead. Knipple inside for Malowacz. Deflected. Stolen by Virginia Tech. And it's Schutt in transition for Hammond on the left. Back for Jaden. Can't shoot. Drives to the left baseline. Back for Hammond. The Blue Devils recovered nicely defensively. 3.5 minutes gone. Still tied at 2. Poteet. One dribble and a handoff for Schutt. At the top of the key, whips it back to the left. Poteet from 15, rattled out on the jumper, and the rebound for Sion James. So the Hokies are 0-4 from the field. On the top of the key, it's Sion James. A handoff for Con Knipple. Waiting, room to shoot, and he can't hit a 3. Long rebound for Sion James. Whacked in the head. The loose pass ball came to Malowacz. He'll take a 3. Too strong. The rebound into the left corner. Virginia Tech has it. James took one to the side of the head without a whistle. 4 minutes gone. We're still tied at 2. And Malik Brown and Caleb Foster will be the first to check in at the next dead ball. Hammond weaving through some traffic, got inside, dumped it off for Lawal. And he'll dunk it down to give Virginia Tech their first lead. Their first field goal comes more than 4 minutes in. Very low scoring. It's 4-2.
Yeah, they're 1 for 5, and Duke's 1 for 6.
Here's Proctor. And 4 of the 6 shots for the Blue Devils have come from the perimeter. And they've yet to hit from outside. As Cooper catches inside, dunks it down, and he's fouled. That'll be the first on Lawal. Cooper's got all 4 of the points. And when we come back, he'll try to give the Blue Devils a lead. 15:24 to go until the break. We're tied at 4 in Cameron.
Oh, what a great camping trip for the Williams family. It was epic, Zach. And this week's MVP was their 2024 Ford Bronco SUV, Matt. Absolutely. It hauled everything and everyone to this great spot by the lake and get them back in time for the big game. Yeah, let's go! Let's go. With the Ford Bronco or Bronco Sport SUV on your team, it's game on. For the latest offers, go to buyfordnow.com or see your Carolina Ford dealer today.
He'll fire, and it's good.
This is Duke Head men's basketball coach John Shire. When it comes to keeping our team healthy, we turn to the team at Duke Sports Medicine. We offer full-service sports medicine care at locations throughout the Triangle, where you can see the same experts used by Duke Athletics. Make an appointment or learn more at dukehealth.org/sportsmedicine. Go Duke.
The crowd loves that. Welcome back inside Cameron Indoor Stadium. Just underway, 15:24 to play in the first half. The Blue Devils and the Hokies are tied at 4. Today's game between Duke and Virginia Tech is presented by Smithfield. Smithfield, good food responsibly. David Shoemate alongside John Roth. John Rose, our producer and engineer, back inside our network studios. Today is Kyle Schasberger. As we weave our way towards 2025, when we get to the new year, we'll be in Jacksonville tomorrow night. We're going to visit with head coach Manny Diaz. 5:30 to 6:30, you can catch us as we'll talk about the bowl game, the 80th Gator Bowl. The Blue Devils are going to take on 14th ranked Ole Miss out of the SEC. That'll be a 7:30 kick on Thursday night. Looking forward to it. We'll have pregame coverage for you beginning at 6:30 for that one. As the Blue Devils look to continue their dominance in bowl games of late. And a really good success rate. Began under David Cutcliffe up at the Pinstripe Bowl at Yankee Stadium and continued under Mike Elko. See if the Blue Devils can keep that thing rolling. It'd be 6 in a row if they can win over Ole Miss on Thursday night. And then we're going to shuffle off to Dallas
Yes, we
for what is looking to be a very intriguing game against SMU. Maybe not a lot of preseason expectations from the Mustangs, but they're 2-0 to start ACC play and can really score the basketball. That's going to be a 2:15 tip on Saturday afternoon in Dallas. We'll have pregame coverage for you beginning at 1 o'clock. But John Roth, kind of what we expected here at the outset. Virginia Tech, not the most gifted offensive team the Blue Devils are going to face this year, but they're scrappy and they fight hard, and they're doing a nice job of chasing the Blue Devils off the three-point line. Haven't been a ton of clean looks early.
Yeah, there have not, and the Blue Devils have misconnected a couple of times as well inside. That could have been nice plays around the basket, but overall defense has been solid for Duke. They've done a good job there. We've got the two teams right now combined to hit 3 out of 12 shots, so you can kind of see from those numbers why it's only 4-4 still, just 4.5 minutes into the game.
And both of the makes for the Blue Devils came from Cooper Flagg, the last on a dunk that he was fouled on, and the free throw makes it 5-4 as the Blue Devils retake the lead. By the way, Caleb Foster's into the game for the first time, the sophomore guard, 6'5", 202 out of Harrisburg, North Carolina, as is Malik Brown, the junior forward, 6'9", 222 out of Culpeper, Virginia, the transfer from Syracuse. Cooper Flagg, Con Knipple, and Tyrese Proctor all stay. Catching and getting knocked loose is Wessler, able to hold on, and then losing it is Rex-Steiner along the sideline, but a foul is going to be called first. And that'll be on Malik Brown, and that's his first.
But no surprise, that first deflection also by Malik Brown prior to the foul. He just gets his hands on so many plays.
Jaden Schutt's the only man in the starting lineup that's still out there for Virginia Tech. Ben Burnham's in, Rodney Brown Jr.'s in as well, as is Brandon Rex-Steiner. They will go 10 deep. They've been rotating through a bunch of different guys of late. Wessler at the top of the key, dribbles to the right, gives it back to Rex-Steiner. Backing out at the center circle, sends one to the right. Jaden Schutt, room to fire, hits a three. His first three-pointer of the day, and Virginia Tech is back in front, 7-5, 5 minutes in.
He was a 35% three-point shooter when he was playing for the Blue Devils 2 years ago before missing last year with an injury.
As Brown has it on the left. A handoff for Caleb Foster. Rex-Steiner defending him. Up top, Cooper's got it now. There's the cutter, and Knipple sends it to the right corner, and Proctor can't hit a three. The rebound inside for Jaden Schutt. So the Hokies bring it across, 5.5 minutes in. They lead at 7-5. Rex-Steiner to the left, Schutt, swings it to the right, jumps up, and can't hit it this time. The rebound into the hands of Cooper, falling out of bounds, able to save it to Malik Brown. Blue Devils just 2 of 8 to start. They've missed all 5 of their threes. On the right, Cooper. Can he change it from deep? Too strong. And the rebound tapped by Wessler and claimed by Virginia Tech.
Blue Devils really had nobody on the boards that time. An easy rebound for Virginia Tech off the Duke miss.
6 minutes gone. It's 7-5, Virginia Tech in front. Rex-Steiner on the right. Looking inside, nothing there. Drifts his way to the left, sends it into the hands of Brown. Steps back, can't shoot. Back for Rex-Steiner, 9 on the timer. Playing catch along the left sideline. Up top, shoot, will launch again. This one barely grazed the front of the rim, and it's out of bounds and over to the Blue Devils.
Shoot doesn't hesitate to shoot, and so far today he's knocked down one, and on the year he's got 29 now threes for them.
Speaking of someone who doesn't hesitate to shoot, Isaiah Evans is into the game for the first time, the freshman out of Fayetteville. 43 of his 48 shots on the year have come from deep. 22 of his 24 makes. That'll work, as they say. His last three, he's 9 of 15 from three. He's hanging out in the right corner. The basketball's on the left with Con Knipple. Up top for Malik Brown now. Swings it to the left, and there's Caleb Foster. Now Cooper comes free at the top of the key. And finally, they get a deep one to go. Cooper has all 8 of the points so far, and the Blue Devils have the lead 8-7.
Missed their first 6 from deep, but that one puts them ahead.
So we've got 13-14 to play here in our first half. Brown on the left for Virginia Tech, being bothered by Malik Brown for the Blue Devils. A right-hand dribble sends it to the right, into the hands of Burnham. Foster on him, trying to get loose, cannot. Works it inside, knocked loose by Cooper Flagg, but a foul is going to be called. And if that's on Cooper, that's 2 in the first 7 minutes. And indeed it is, and you wonder if he's going to have to come out. He's the only guy who's scored so far.
He's got all the points and most of the fouls.
He will leave as Mason Gillis will come in, the graduate student out of Newcastle, Indiana, the grad transfer from Purdue. Con Knipple will also leave as Sion James returns. Off the inbound, deflected, stolen by Brown, tried to throw it off Rexsteiner. It came to Burnham and he scored. What a fortunate hop for the Hokies. And they seesaw back in front 9-8. James across midcourt, dribbling to the right, underhand scoop for Caleb Foster. Caleb up top for Malik. Now a handoff for Isaiah Evans. Jumps up from 3. Rattled out. Gillis the offensive rebound. Back up in traffic, and he got the roll. Mason Gillis with his first bucket. 10-9, the Blue Devils in front. 7.5 minutes in.
Excellent job, Gillis, getting the Blue Devils some second chance points in the paint.
Rexsteiner with it now at the center circle. Waiting. Drifts to the right. Left-hand dribble, throw it back outside for a Young 3, rimmed out on the left, and the rebound for Caleb Foster. Trying to push the pace. Looking to the left, nobody open. Leaves it for the trailer Brown, and now Sion James has it. Rexsteiner defending him. Back to the right, there's Brown. Now a handoff for Isaiah Evans. Curling into the paint, kicks to the left. Gillis, a touch pass for Foster. Up top, James. He'll drive to the right. Evans can't hit a 3. Gillis trying to get the rebound. It comes into the hands of Young for Virginia Tech. 8 minutes gone. The Blue Devils by a penny, 10-9. Rexsteiner between the rings, drifts to the right. Waiting, sends it back up top for Burnham. Threw it into traffic. Young able to claim it, but out near midcourt. 12 on the timer. On the right, now into the hands of Rodney Brown. Waiting, still waiting. 4 to shoot. Jumps up from 3 and hit it over Malik Brown. Flat-footed. I don't know if that's the shot they wanted. He was 6 of 15 from 3 coming in, but it worked out for the Hokies, and they lead 12-10 with 11:17 to play in the half. Caleb Foster now crossing over at the top of the key. Waiting, inside Malik catches, faces up, found a cutter, and James to dunk it down.
Good ball movement by the Blue Devils. 2 passes to set up James for the tying finish.
Tied at 12 now, 9 minutes gone in the first half. As Virginia Tech methodically works it across midfield. They're 331st in the country in terms of tempo. Coming to the left, Rexsteiner. Brown crashes out at him. To the right it goes. Rodney Brown now. A shoulder shake and a 15-footer is good. So Brown with back-to-back buckets for Virginia Tech, and they lead again 14-12. The Hokies are now shooting better than 40% from the field. The Blue Devils, 5 out of 14, 36%. Caleb on the drive on the left side of the floor, picked up his dribble, needs some help. A handoff for Sion James. Looking inside, nothing doing. Fed Isaiah Evans. 10 on the timer. Evans, a handoff for Gillis, and now Malik Brown has it. 7 to shoot for Evans. Bobbled it, caught it. 5 to shoot. To the left, there's Caleb Foster. To the baseline with 4. With 3, the floater. Too strong. Rebound came to Gillis, trying to get it off. He's fouled at the end of the shot clock. I believe it was before the shot clock went off. They'll obviously review this during the timeout. And if it is indeed before the shot clock, Gillis will be shooting 2 when we come back. 10:08 to go until the break. The Blue Devils trailing 14-12.
Introducing a product that redefines living well.
Luxury.
designed to satisfy your wildest desires.
Extravagance.
Overflowing with suspense, dripping with wealth.
Fortune.
The $8 million moneymaker from the North Carolina Education Lottery. With prizes that start at $100 and go up to $8 million. Every win's a big win.
Whisper.
Must be 18 to play. Approximate overall odds of winning are 1 in 4.14. Problem gambling helpline 877-718-5543.
Follow the Blue Devils on and off the hardwood at Duke MBB. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and more. This is Duke basketball from Learfield.
It's not just football season. It's tailgate season. And that includes every kind of football, whether it's got goalkeepers or goalposts. The kick is good! Because it doesn't matter where or how you tailgate. When you've got crispy chicken and fluffy buttermilk biscuits from Bojangles, your tailgate is better than great. It's legendary. Head to Bojangles and order your tailgate box with boldly seasoned chicken, fixins, biscuits, and legendary iced tea today. It's Bo time.
This is Coke Zero Sugar. Could I be the best Coke ever? Try and taste with your ears. Hear those bubbles? Imagine them tingling on your tongue. Fizzy deliciousness. Listen to that cascading liquid. A mouth-watering waterfall. Irresistibly tasty. Zero sugar. Crisp, refreshing, and ice cold. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide.
10:08 to play in the opening half. The Blue Devils trail at 14-12. David Schmidt alongside John Roth. John Rose, our producer and engineer. Back inside our network studios today is Kyle Schasberger. And don't forget that the FanDuel Sports Network is your new home for your home teams. Watch all the big hits, big shots, big goals, all in one place. For coverage of Blue Devils athletics, the Carolina Hurricanes, and the Charlotte Hornets, visit FanDuelSportsNetwork.com today and watch all season long. During the break, the officials went to the monitor and confirmed that Mason Gillis had been fouled before the shot clock had expired, so he'll be shooting 2 out of the timeout. A little bit of a closer score. Certainly didn't expect the Hokies to be leading at this point, the way they've struggled here early in the season, but it does kind of give you a feel, John Roth. We always talk about it. Conference play is different. And when you look at the way that the ACC has started this year, the struggles in non-conference play across the league, I think, have been well documented. Virginia Tech comes in at 5-7. The Blue Devils, of course, have been the banner team, the standard, so to speak, sitting at 10-2. And because of that, look, we're not that far away from March. Everyone's saying about their postseason chances, and Virginia Tech has been to the postseason for 8 consecutive years, trying to make it a 9th. There's very few, resume-building wins in the league this year in terms of the metrics. And Duke is a big, shiny one that everyone is trying to get. Not shocking to see the Hokies playing hard. Yeah, we know that the Duke game is going to be the one that's, even if it wasn't already, that's going to be one of those games that's circled because of the impact it has on your resume. With right now, no other ACC teams even in the top 25, and not that many even receiving votes. So the Blue Devils are kind of the lone soldier in the ACC national conversation right now. Virginia Tech certainly looks like they're interested in trying to provide a blemish. Gillis knocks down a pair out of the timeout. We're tied at 14 with 10:08 to play until the break. The Blue Devils are 3rd in the most recent net rankings out today. For perspective, Virginia Tech is 202nd. As Hammond has it out at the center circle. Working his way to the left around Poteet. Now he needs help. Back outside, deflected by Evans, but it came into the hands of Brown. He's had the hot hand early. Takes a 3. That won't go. The rebound for Malawach. And now here comes Sion James with the Blue Devils trying to retake the lead. Cooper Flagg on the bench has 8 points but 2 fouls as Malawach catches in traffic. Double team down low. Brought the basketball down low, and it's taken away. A theft for Virginia Tech, and here's Hammond in transition. Hesitation dribble. He nearly fell down. Found a cutter in Poteet, who dumped it off to Lawal, who dunks it down, and the Hokies are back in front, 16-14. Looked like Sion James slipped on a wet spot. They're out drying up some moisture to the left of the three-point line of the basket. The Hokies are attacking. Meanwhile, here's Caleb Foster on the right side of the floor, spinning, feeds Gillis. To the right corner, James. He'll take a 3. That won't go. And the rebound tapped by Malawach and over to the Hokies. The Blue Devils now just 1 of 10 from 3 to start the game. This is a team that comes in shooting it at a 35% clip from outside, made 40%, 10-25 against Georgia Tech. As we told you, wholesale changes, including Patrick Gungba, the freshman center, 6'11", 250 out of Manassas, Virginia. He's out for the first time. James stays, as does Gillis, but Proctor and Knipple back into the game. 9 minutes to play in a low-scoring first half that Virginia Tech leads by 2, 16-14. Brown bodied up by Proctor, looking for space. There isn't any. Had to get rid of it for Hammond out near the center circle again. Off of a screen to the right, set by Poteet. Waiting, spinning to the baseline. Tough floater high off the window. No, rebound tapped around. It came to Hammond. Looked like the Blue Devils knocked it out of each other's hands. And a fresh 20 for the Hokies. And again, they pound the basketball out near midcourt. We're down to 10 to shoot. Poteet has it on the right. Now Lawal. A baseline drive on Gillis. Put the shoulder into him once, twice. Bobbled it. Had to get rid of it. It's Hammond getting airborne. That pass was deflected. 2 to shoot. Whistle foul on Lawal. Trying to keep Gillis away from the basketball. And that'll be the second on Toby Lawal. As Cooper returns with his 2 fouls, you wonder if Lawal will have to leave with his 2. And he will with 8:26 to play in the half. So let's set the 5 on the floor for you. It's Cooper Flagg, Sion James, Patrick Gungba, Con Knipple, and Tyrese Proctor. The Blue Devils down by a bucket, 16-14 with 8:20 to play in the half. Knipple to the right, there's Cooper. Looking inside, nothing there. Lobs it to the left, Con a 3. No. The rebound chased down by James. Up top, Proctor. A ball fake and a drive. Back up top, Cooper again. Counted in a foul. Knocks down a 3. And Cooper's into double figures. And the Blue Devils are back in front.
Blue Devils have been way off on their three-point game. Everybody except Cooper Flagg. He's now knocked down the second of Duke's 2 threes and has a chance to make it a 4-point play.
He's got 11 of the 17 so far and trying to make it 12 at the free throw line. As again, they're cleaning up some moisture out there on the floor. This has been a very tightly played game. The Blue Devils have led by as many as 2. The Hokies have led by as many as 2. And see if Cooper can build the lead back to 2 after knocking down a 3 at the top of the key. The freshman out of Newport, Maine, already with 4 double-doubles this year. He's 10th in the league in scoring at better than 16 a game. 4th in rebounding, just shy of 9. And the free throw's good. So just a smooth 12 points for Cooper Flagg in 7 minutes. Jaden Shute back into the ball game, leaves it for Hammond for Virginia Tech. 8 minutes to go in our first half. Hammond turns the corner on James, gets to the left block, bodied up by Gungba, had to think better of it. Chases into the corner, now he's trapped, lost it out of bounds. Last touch by the Hokies, and a turnover, and that fires up the Duke bench.
Blue Devils all over the ball right in front of their bench. You got to feel there was a little verbal help from their teammates over there in attacking the Virginia Tech ball handler right on the side court.
Let's take a break. 7:52 to play in our first half. It's Duke 18 and Virginia Tech 16.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of Duke Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
I feel happy, Valero Pay Plus app.
I feel happy, it makes savings a snap.
Use it and start saving automatically.
You just save some money, not too shabby.
I feel happy, I'm in and out real fast.
I feel happy, now pit stops are a blast.
Download today and get in on the fun. Valero Pay Plus app, your savings have begun.
Let me grab my car keys and we'll roll.
Are we still going to that new bar downtown?
Yeah, it's supposed to be fun. Lexi, give me driving directions from home to downtown Bar District.
Autocorrect. Suggest Uber. Pick up, home. Drop off downtown Bar District.
No, I'm driving.
Suggest the Metro bus. Departing in 12 minutes.
Point taken, Lexi. We'll grab a ride.
If you drink, don't drive. Decide to ride. Brought to you in partnership by Anheuser-Busch, Mothers Against Drunk Driving, and Uber.
Tonight's Duke basketball game against Virginia Tech is brought to you by Smithfield. Smithfield, good food, responsibly.
Blue Devils lead the Hokies of Virginia Tech 18-16, 7:52 to play in the first half. Kyle Schasberg with you inside Studio 21, and Cooper Flagg, 12 of the Blue Devils, 18 first half points. He has it rolling.
Knipple to the right. There's Cooper. Looking inside, nothing there. Lobs it to the left. Kana three. No. The rebound chased down by James. Up top, Proctor. A ball fake and a drive. Back up top, Cooper again. Counted in a foul. Knocks down a three. And Cooper's into double figures. And the Blue Devils are back in front.
He's 4 of 5 from the floor. 2 of 3 from downtown. Has knocked down Duke's only 2 made 3-pointers. Before we go back inside camera, let's pause 10 seconds to allow stations to identify themselves as Duke basketball from Learfield. With a 2-point lead and 8 minutes played in the first half, we go back now to John Roth with a closer look at the numbers.
Some in-game stats presented by Steel. Trusted Steel power in the palm of your hand. Visit your local Steel dealer or shop online at steelusa.com. Kyle just gave you the flag story from the number side, but overall, the Blue Devils have hit just 6 out of 18 shots, 33%. Cooper's 4 out of 5. Everybody else is 2 out of 13. The only other players to score for Duke are James and Gillis. Virginia Tech, 6 out of 15, shooting for 40%. They've made 2 threes, as have the Blue Devils. Overall, rebounding pretty even, 11 for Duke and 10 for the Hokies. David Shoemate.
As the Blue Devils back in possession, some three-quarter court pressure for Virginia Tech that the Littles break rather easily. Here's Tyrese Proctor at the center circle. Sends it over to the left, and Con Knipple. A chest pass for Cooper Flagg on the right. Looking inside, it's not there. Cooper to work. At the left elbow, a jumper up. Good again. Cooper is cooking. He's got 14, and the Blue Devil lead is 4, 20-16. What else does he have in the bag of tricks?
Now that he's 18, maybe some more things.
Poteet threw it out of bounds. He and Reckstein are not on the same page. He looks perplexed as he looks at the young guard. Poteet looking at Recksteiner, who does not return the glance. And the Blue Devils will be in possession in front of their own bench, looking to add to their biggest lead of the day. Long hit ahead, Proctor. Thought about a three. Instead, he'll drive by Recksteiner. Off the window, no, but he's fouled. And will shoot 2 if that's on Poteet. That's his second. That is a huge problem for Virginia Tech. Lowell is already on the bench with 2. And I know Cooper Flagg got into some foul difficulty, but those 2 guys, John Roth, they've been the offense for Virginia Tech this year. That is a big problem if they're not on the floor.
Oh, yeah, no question. They only have a couple of guys on their team averaging in double figures. It's those 2.
And Proctor at the line shooting 2, and the first one is good. As we remind you that Food Line is the proud sponsor of the Score Ticket More program. For each free throw the Blue Devils make in today's game, Food Line Feeds will donate 100 meals to a local area food bank. And it is Poteet who leaves with 7:12 to play in the half. And the second free throw for Tyrese rattles home. 22-16. The Blue Devil advantage is 6. They have scored the last 8 over the last minute. Across midcourt comes Burnham to the right, Jaden Shute. So where does the offense come for Virginia Tech without Lowell and Poteet on the floor? Jaden Shute with Tyrese Proctor slapping his hands in front of him. Drifts to the right. Into the corner. They nearly throw it out of bounds again. Here's Johnson. 8 on the timer. Trying to back down James. Dumped it off inside. Able to catch his Burnham. Go up and score off the right side.
Worked the shot clock down and got something at the very end behind the defense.
Transfer from College of Charleston with 4. And it's 22-18 with 6:35 to play until the break. Gungba at the top of the key. Swings it low. Spins back to the right. Fed it to Sion James. They lob it down low for Cooper Flagg. Back up top. Kana 3. Good. They're starting to flow at the offensive end. And it's 25-18. The lead grows to 7.
Kahn hits his first shot of the day after 3 misses.
As we work towards 6 minutes to play in the first half. Jaden Shute with it now. Proctor all over him. Looks to the right, into the hands of Johnson. A baseline drop and a 15-foot jumper, no good. Weak side rebound, Cooper's got it. And he'll lead the break, leading by 7. On the right side of the floor. Comes off of a screen. Found James. Here's the lob. Gungba couldn't catch it again. Out of bounds and over to the Hokies. We've seen a couple of those here in the first half.
Good idea. The pass was there. Just went through his fingers.
As Isaiah Evans returns, as does Malik Brown. James and Gungba will leave. But that exchange for Gungman and Jamesman didn't work out. They came over and talked to each other, hand slap. You know, you don't want to judge too much, but very different from the interaction we saw from Poteet and Rechsteiner when they weren't on the same page. As Young and Brown return for Virginia Tech, and Shoot and Johnson will leave. And Virginia Tech inbounding in backcourt, and the Blue Devils extending the defense full court. Burnham gets it in for Brown. Proctor all over him. Crossing over, brings it across midcourt, left it for Rechsteiner. We're under 6 minutes to play in a low-scoring first half with the Blue Devils up 25-18. Rechsteiner comes off a couple of screens. Brown switches out at him. Towers over the smaller guard, who had to get rid of it for Brown. 9 to shoot. They're 40 feet from the hoop. Brown leaves it for Rechsteiner. Right side 3. No. The rebound for Con Knipple. A chance to run. 4 on 3 in transition. Con a crossover to the baseline. Spins. Here's Evans for 3. No. Brown tapped the rebound. Got it. Back outside Cooper to the corner. Evans reloads and knocks it down.
Isaiah Evans' three-point shooting has been such a weapon for the Blue Devils, and he lights it up there to put the Blue Devils up, David, by 10.
A double-digit lead for the first time today, 28-18, with 5:13 to play in our first half. We'll keep it here as Evans has his first 3. And we remind you the Blue Devil basketball is brought to you in part by Coca-Cola. Crisp, refreshing, and irresistibly tasty. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide. Hey, John, when we've looked at this team this year, obviously one of the defining characteristics has been how they play defense. And you think about, obviously, it was a bit of a slow start on the offensive end this afternoon. But Virginia Tech never really could take advantage. Their biggest lead was 2, and now the offense has roared to life. 8 of 20 from the field, 40%. They've hit all 6 of their free throws. And on the strength of this push, that they have a 10-point lead now, 28-18. This is a 14-2 run for the Blue Devils since they were down by 2, 16-14.
Absolutely. And when you talk about how the defense has been so important, they've got 8 points off a turnover. So the defense has been igniting this offense here. Rebounding and defense has been igniting it and helping them take the double-digit lead.
And now nearly a turnover in backcourt, but a deflection for Brown as they were just trying to get it in. And you wonder how much longer Mike Young can go without Lawal and Poteet, each on the bench with 2 fouls. As John told you, the only 2 guys for them averaging in double figures this year. And now embedding an awkward spot is Young in backcourt on the right.
And for that matter, Shoot, he's averaging 9.
Another deflection by Brown. All he was trying to do is get it into Rechsteiner, and Brown would have none of it. Now he repositions to the baseline, and Virginia Tech left inbound again, and Mike Young has seen enough of that. They're going to have someone else try to inbound. This time it'll be Burnham. Malik Brown still standing there defending the inbound. They get it in along the sideline. Awkward spot. Here comes the trap. They get out of it for Rechsteiner. And now the Hokies will finally get it across midcourt as we approach 5 minutes to play in the half. Up top, into the hands of Wessler. Faces up on Brown. Nearly another deflection. He switches out on Rechsteiner. To the left, there's Brown. Looking inside, not there. To the right, Burnham jumps up from 3. No. The rebound. Wessler had it for a moment. Evans ripped it away. My goodness. And now here comes Proctor left to right. Ahead for Knipple. How about a 3? No. In the rebound into the hands of Brown. That would have brought the house down. 4.5 minutes to play until the break. It's Brown bodied up by Tyrese Proctor, and the foul will be called. His first, 4th on the team.
Proctor just making a statement there. You're not going around me. I might foul you, but you're not going to the baseline.
And really, there wasn't a whole lot of contact. Brown gave as good as he got. As Gillis returns, and Cooper will get a breather. Good minutes for Cooper Flagg. Remember those 2 fouls he was playing with, able to get out there, do his thing, and not pick up another as Caleb Foster returns.
So he's not.
Knipple, the freshman out of Milwaukee, will head out.
So Coop now has 14 points in having played just 11 minutes.
Not bad. Hammond back in. Rechsteiner out for Virginia Tech. And it'll be Hammond to inbound on the left baseline, right side of the hoop. Brown to contest. Hammond stands at 5'11". Malik Brown stands at 6'9". And Malik rocking the headband, perhaps ready to get a hand on another one. Wipes the shoe to make sure it's dry. Hammond to get it in, does in the corner for Brown. Gillis all over him. Back up top, it comes for Young. Young to the right, Brown, a baseline drive. Back up top, 3-ball for Burnham. No, the rebound for Caleb Foster. And a chance to add to a 10-point lead. 14-2 over the last 4 minutes. In the left corner, Gillis is wide open, and he hits a three.
Great pass from Tyrese Proctor. Long skip pass found Gillis open in the corner.
17-2 the push now, and 9-0 over the last 2 minutes. Hammond reached out and touched by Caleb Foster, flung his head back, and was able to draw the foul as Caleb picks up his first, 5th on the team. 31-18 with 4:04 to play in our first half. Along the right sideline, Jaden Young will be the inbounder this time for the Hokies. Isaiah Evans over to contest. Waiting, gets it in. Tight squeeze for Brown, able to catch in front of Tyrese Proctor. Crossing over once, twice, can't get by. Now Malik Brown has him on a switch. Brown on the drive, got it knocked loose, fed it back inside. Wessler's fouled, and he'll score as Mason Gillis picks up the foul. And Wessler will have a free throw when we come back. 3:53 to go until the break. It's the Blue Devils 31 and the Hokies 20.
Hey Blue Devil fans, it's game day, and Harris Teeter knows your party is just as important as the game. With mouth-watering wings, delicious dips, pre-ordered party platters to please any crowd, and not to mention the best pizzas, ribs, and ready-to-grill pub burgers in town. Only Harris Teeter can deliver delicious as you huddle up with family and friends to celebrate. Set a reminder to order ahead if you need party platters, and make Harris Teeter your pre-game stop before the next game. Harris Teeter, where Blue Devil fans shop for their delicious game day.
Duke plays here.
Flying in, reverses it, up and in for two.
This is the Blue Devil Sports Network from Learfield.
Blue Devil fans, here's your chance to team up with Duke Basketball in a season-long effort to support Duke Children's Hospital. We're asking 1,000 fans to be Hoops Heroes for the kids at Duke Children's by making a $25 gift to the Charity Stripe 1000 Challenge. Your gift enters you for a chance to win tickets to the Duke UNC game in Cameron Indoor Stadium on February 1st. Give your 25 by texting Hoops Hero to 919-372-4159 and become a Duke Children's Hoops Hero today.
Hey y'all, this is Michael Felder, co-host of College Sports Now. We're breaking down all the action from around the country every week during the football season. We'll look beyond the box score and keep our finger on the pulse of college football from September all the way through the national championship game in January. Listen all season long on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you love to get your favorite podcast. And be sure to follow along on Twitter at CSNowTweets.
31-18, Duke on top of Virginia Tech. 4:05 to play in the first half. Check the out-of-town scoreboard quickly. We'll have more coming up at halftime along with highlights from our opening half. But Georgia Tech did polish off Notre Dame in Atlanta, 86-75. The final score in the ACC. College football, Louisville head of Washington, 35-28. That's the Sun Bowl in El Paso. Final 3 minutes of that contest. Cardinals have the football on the Washington end of the field. Also, South Carolina just jumped ahead of Illinois 10-7, 10 minutes play in the third quarter of the Citrus Bowl, and LSU pouring it on Baylor 34-17. We'll look ahead to the first of 4 quarterfinals coming up at halftime as well with Penn State and Boise State. David?
All right, Kyle, thank you very much. 3:53 to go in the first half. The Blue Devils by 11. 31-20. Don't forget to check out the Fast Break with head coach Sean Shire. Our weekly visit with the head coach is presented by the Washington Duquesne Golf Club. Our next episode comes your way a week from Wednesday on January the 8th. We'll be with you throughout the season. You can catch the show live on WRAL News Plus, 96.5 FM in Durham, 99.3 FM in Raleigh, and on the Buzz, 620 AM and 1550 AM, and across the entire Blue Devil Sports Network. As we'll see Virginia Tech at the free throw line out of the timeout, just their third attempt at the charity stripe. Wessler will be the free throw shooter. He's at 77% on the year, 10 out of 13. As the Blue Devils have trailed by as many as 2, they've led by as many as 13. And the left-handed free throw shooter, Wessler, left it short. And the rebound for Malawach. Kamon, of course, the freshman out of Rumbek, South Sudan, back on the floor as Proctor comes across midcourt. To the right, Gillis now back up top for Caleb Foster. Over to the left, Tyrese. Room to shoot, and he can't hit a 3. And a rebound inside for Virginia Tech. Blue Devils 5 of 18 from outside of this ball game. 10 of 25 from the field. That means they are 5 out of 7 from 2 as we're going to get a hand check on the perimeter, and that'll be on Malawach, and that'll be his first. 7th team foul. It'll be 1-1 coming up for Virginia Tech.
Flag with 2 of those 5 threes the Blue Devils have made. He's 2 for 3.
Wessler, who just missed a moment ago, hits the front end of the 1-and-1. He's got 3, and the Hokies back within 10. Duke out rebounding Virginia Tech 17-12 right now. They have 7 assists on their 10 makes as the second free throw is good. And the redshirt sophomore out of Matthews, North Carolina, now with 4. Hokies have scored the last 4. They're back within 9, 31-22. Foster off of a screen set by Malawach. Gives the lob back to the big fella. Couldn't catch it. Third time today. Looks like they've had a dunk, and it just didn't work out. On the right baseline, Young at the offensive end. Found the trailer in Wessler. Spins on Malawach. Step through. Dumped it off underneath. Hammond dribbles out of traffic back to the perimeter. And now up top it comes for Brown. A crossover off of the screen. Brown at the left elbow. Found a cutter in Wessler. Forced it up. Missed the shot. Got his own rebound. Deep down low. Kicked it out for Hammond. Went by Isaiah Evans and hit a 2 as Evans was flying through to try to block the shot. So Hammond has his first field goal. The Hokies with 6 straight have brought it back within 7, 31-24 with 2:45 to play in the half. Blue Devils uncharacteristically with 5 turnovers so far. Malawach, a handoff for Caleb Foster. Ran into Caleb when he was doing the handoff, and Caleb now collects himself, sends it to the right. Gillis, a 6th turnover, as that was fumbled out of bounds. Gillis couldn't catch it cleanly. James, Flagg, and Knipple all returning. Of course, Sion James, the graduate student out of Sugar Hill, Georgia. Foster, Evans, and somebody else. Malawach will lead. They'll let you play with 6. She'll try.
4 of the 5 starters, though, back out there, along with Gillis.
So Virginia Tech back in possession, trailing by 7, 31-24. It was a 17-2 push, the big move for the Blue Devils here in the first half to go from down 2 to up 13. So Virginia Tech trying to get back into it. Off of a screen, it's Shaden Shoot. Whips one over to the right into the hands of Brown. 12 on the timer. Brown crossing over on James, trying to get to the hoop. Goes inside. Tough 2. Missed it badly. And the rebound for Tyrese Proctor, and he's fouled in backcourt as Brown picks up his first, just the 6 on the Hokies. So no free throws yet, and the Blue Devils will inbound in front of their own bench.
But Tyrese doing a nice job extending for the rebound that time. Opportunity for Virginia Tech to come up with an offensive rebound and keep that possession alive, but Tyrese got his hand in there.
As Gillis will leave and Malik Brown will return. So it's Brown, Knipple, Proctor, James, and Flagg. Cooper, the only one in double figures for either team. He's got 14. Sion James off of a screen set by Brown. Into the paint he goes. Off the window, left it short. Rebound out of bounds. Last touch by who? They say the Blue Devils. Wow. A.J. Desai with the call. Here comes Bert Smith. Certainly looked like Virginia Tech knocked it out of bounds, and they're going to change the call. We'll get another peek and see if they got it right in the end. As James, yeah, that went off the head of Brown or the hand of Wessler. Cooper Flagg was nowhere nearby, and they're getting the shot clock right now. Looked like Sion may have been hit on the arm, too, on the shot. No foul was called, though.
And Sion in the vicinity, but he didn't touch the ball.
So the Blue Devils get it back with 18 to shoot, 1:57 to play in the half, leading by 7. In the corner, Cooper already with 2 threes. Thought about it. Instead, he'll drive into the paint, put it off the window. No, a lot of contact. They let it go. Shot clock didn't reset. 10 on the timer. The Blue Devils have the offensive rebound with Proctor. On the left, here's Brown. 6 and 5. Back for Tyrese. 4 and 3. Between the legs. On the drive. Right to the rim to punch it down.
Forget the layup. Tyrese Proctor punctuates that shot clock with a slammer.
33-24. 90 seconds to play until the break. Brown with it now for Virginia Tech. A bounce pass to the right into the hands of Hammond. Waiting. Just holding on to it, taking the air out of the basketball. Sends it to left and Brown. A shoulder shake, couldn't get by Malik. Off his foot and into backcourt. It was touched by the Blue Devils, they say, so 5 on the timer. Hammond racing across midcourt. 4 and 3. 2 and 1, threw it out of bounds.
Looking in the corner by the Duke bench, and nobody home down there except for Blue Devil players sitting on the bench.
Let's say Gillis was wide open. He's a really good shooter.
He was open.
And with 1:07 to play in the half, the Blue Devils back in possession, leading 33-24. Knipple across midcourt. Takes the screen from Cooper, feeds it back to him, deflected though, came right back to Kahn to the right corner. James, a baseline drive into the paint, kicks to the left. Proctor's wide open, can't hit a 3. James alone for the rebound, off the window and down. Sion James has 4. The lead back to 11. 45 seconds to play in the half.
15-second chance points for the Blue Devils now in this half.
35-24. On the right, Hammond with 35 seconds to go until the break. Brings it to the left, a handoff for Brown. Works his way to the right. Cooper defending now. 8 on the timer. Down to 7 and 6. Brown looks like he wants to shoot. 5 and 4. Drives at the free throw line. Kicks to the right. Burnham with 2 with 1. Has to force it and hit it at the end of the shot clock. Burnham has 7. 12 seconds to go in the half. 35-27. James across midcourt. And the Littles will take that use it or lose it timeout. We'll break for 30 with 9.9 to play in the first half.
Introducing a product that redefines living well.
Luxury.
Designed to satisfy your wildest desires.
Extravagance.
Overflowing with suspense. Dripping with wealth.
Fortune.
The $8 million moneymaker from the North Carolina Education Lottery. With prices that start at $100 and go up to $8 million. Every win's a big win.
Whisper.
Must be 18 to play. Approximate overall odds of winning are 1 in 4.14. Problem gambling helpline 877-718-5543.
So 9.9 seconds to play in our first half. The Blue Devils leading it by 9, 35-26 after that desperation 3 or 2. We'll see if they changed that on the shot, if Burnham had a toe on the line or not.
Yeah, the scoreboard's listing it as 26, and the stats are listing it as 27. So
for the moment, we'll call it a 2. We'll go with the scoreboard, because why not go with the larger margin? 35-26. I'm sure they'll review that to see if they can get it right. And it'll be Gillis to inbound back out there, I'm sure, for shooting. He's out there with Knipple, Proctor, Flagg, and James inbounding along the right sideline. Mason ready. Gets it in for Knipple. 9 seconds to play in the half. Cooper comes to set a screen. Takes it, drifts to the left. 5 and 4. Con on the drive. Spins, fades away, and scores. Con Knipple bangs one home at the end of the first half. And it will be a double-digit lead at halftime. 37-26 our score. The Blue Devils by 11 as we send it to the studio. And Kyle.
Thanks so much, David. On the strength of what was a 17-2 run at one point, the Blue Devils opened up a lead that was as large as 13. They're ahead 35-27 at the break. Highlights from that opening 20 minutes of action between the Blue Devils and Hokies coming up at halftime, as well as a trip around the out-of-town scoreboard. 3 other games in the ACC to keep tabs on an upset in the top 25. And bowl season continues. First CFP quarterfinal game coming later tonight. All that and more as Duke leads by 8 on the Blue Devil Sports Network from Learfield.
Introducing a product that redefines living well.
Luxury.
Designed to satisfy your wildest desires.
Extravagance.
Overflowing with suspense. Dripping with wealth.
Fortune.
The $8 million moneymaker from the North Carolina Education Lottery. With prices that start at $100 and go up to $8 million. Every win's a big win.
Whisper.
Must be 18 to play. Approximate overall odds of winning are 1 in 4.14. Problem gambling helpline 877-718-5543.
Trusted steel power in the palm of your hand. This holiday season, save $30 on the GTA 26 handheld garden pruner. Now just $149.99. Check off a gift from the top of their wish list and make trimming tree limbs a breeze with a lightweight design and 4-inch cutting bar. Visit your local steel dealer today or shop online at steelusa.com. Was $179.99 MSRP. Includes battery and charger. Offer valid for a limited time only at participating dealers while supplies last.
The passion, the excitement, the tradition. This is Duke basketball from Learfield.
I feel happy. Valero Pay Plus app.
I feel happy. It makes savings a snap.
Use it and start saving automatically.
You just save some money, not too shabby.
I feel happy. I'm in and out real fast.
I feel happy. Now pit stops are a blast.
Download today and get in on the fun. Valero Pay Plus app. Your savings have begun.
Which schools will take home the prestigious Learfield Directors Cup as the top college athletic programs for the 2024-25 college athletics season? You can follow the standings of your favorite team or alma mater at L Directors Cup on Twitter and online at thedirectorscup.com. Trophies will be awarded in June 2025 to the winning institutions in all college sports divisions. Learfield Directors Cup, the crowning achievement in college athletics.
the Blue Devils Sports Network from Learfield. Welcome to the Duke Basketball Halftime Report. Coming up, we'll break down the game's first 20 minutes, update scores from the ACC and the top 25, and preview the second half. Our halftime coverage begins inside the Learfield Network studios. Here's Kyle Schasberger.
Cooper Flagg with 14 first-half points, the only one in double figures from either side. The Blue Devils, after an adjusted bucket there, once we went to halftime, it's 37-27. Duke on top of Virginia Tech after the first 20 minutes of action. Let's go ahead and check the out-of-town scoreboard. A very busy day on this New Year's Eve as we celebrate the final day of 2024. 4 games in total in the ACC. All of it coming earlier today. Wake Forest, who led 17-2 over Syracuse, were up only 2 at halftime before pulling away at the Dome 81-71 over the Orange. Virginia was down 10 to NC State at the break. Outscored the Wolfpack 41-28 in the second. Stands en route to a 70-67 victory over the Wolfpack. And Georgia Tech, no issues against visiting Notre Dame 86-75. In the top 25, West Virginia scores the win at 7th-ranked Kansas 62-61. First time KU has lost a Big 12 home opener in 33 years. First win for West Virginia at Fall Gallen in 12 tries. First time also the Mountaineers have knocked off the Jayhawks in back-to-back games going back to last season. Bowl season will be headlined tonight by the first of 4 quarterfinal games. 3 coming tomorrow with Penn State and Boise State. 7:30 in the Fiesta Bowl.
Obviously, a running back like him, everybody all year long has gone into it with the same plan and no one stopped them. But I think that's where you got to start. I've talked all week long about, the craziest stat I've ever heard is 1,900 yards after contact. So it's impressive, but obviously, most importantly, they're in this position because they got a great team, and obviously he's a focus point, but they got a great team.
Penn State head coach James Franklin on defending star running back Ashton Genty. He was just 132 yards shy of passing Barry Sanders for the all-time single-season mark set in 1988. Kickoff time is set for 7:30 from State Farm Stadium. Halftime at the Texas Bowl, LSU downing Baylor 34-17. Illinois has just jumped ahead of South Carolina in the Citrus Bowl 13-10, make it 14-10 late in the third quarter. In final moments of the fourth quarter, a real barn burner as Washington is trying to pull even against Louisville, trailing 35-28. Huskies have a 4th and goal from the Louisville 10 with 48 seconds to go in the Sun Bowl. Our halftime score, Duke 37, Virginia Tech 27. Take you through some of the high moments from the first half when we return in a moment.
Hey Blue Devil fans, cue the shine and savings. The new Zips Car Wash app is available for download. Keeping your ride sparkling clean has never been more rewarding. Get the free Zips app and earn points for every in-app purchase, including memberships. Then turn those points into free car wash rewards. Download the app today and your first car wash is free. Visit the Apple App Store or Google Play Store and search Zips Car Wash now.
Progressive presents Renter's MVP's Most Valuable Possessions. Today's MVP, Tom Kelly's carbon fiber mountain bike. Because more than riding his carbon fiber mountain bike, Tom loves telling people about his carbon fiber mountain bike. Friends, family, even a local barista knows about his carbon fiber mountain bike. And that's why Tom's carbon fiber mountain bike, if you haven't heard about it, is today's MVP. Keep your most valuable possessions protected by bundling your renters and auto insurance with Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states.
You're listening to Duke Basketball on the Blue Devils Sports Network from Learfield.
Whether you're in the market for a new boat or just need service or accessories for an existing boat, turn to Overbee Marine. Now with 2 locations in Kittrell and Lake Gaston, Overbee Marine offers the highest quality of marine products and services, including the latest from Sea Ray, Centurion, Avalon, Bennington, as well as Cobalt boats. Overbee Marine also offers the largest selection of parts in the region, along with full-service facilities at their 2 locations. Stop by or give them a call at 252-586-3593 or online at overbeemarine.com. Overbee Marine. Don't let adventure pass you by.
It's bow time. It's not just football season. It's tailgate season. And that includes every kind of football, whether it's got goalkeepers or goalposts. The kick is good! Because it doesn't matter where or how you tailgate. When you've got crispy chicken and fluffy buttermilk biscuits from Bojangles, your tailgate is better than great. It's legendary. Head to Bojangles and order your tailgate box with boldly seasoned chicken, fixins, biscuits, and legendary iced tea today. It's bow time.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by Duke University. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of Duke University and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by Duke University.
37-27, fourth-ranked Duke leading Virginia Tech halftime at Cameron Indoor Stadium. Kyle Schasberger with you inside Studio 21. Cooper Flagg with 14 points to lead all scores over the first 20 minutes.
Proctor at the center circle sends it over to the left, and Con Knippel. A chest pass for Cooper Flagg on the right. Looking inside, it's not there. Cooper to work at the left elbow. A jumper up. Good again. Cooper is cooking. He's got 14, and the Blue Devil lead is 20-16.
Cooper had 14 again of his team's 37. Points were tough to come by in the early going, but after that Flagg bucket that made it 20-16, Isaiah Evans came in off the bench and did what he normally does to extend the lead to 10.
Con a crossover to the baseline, spins. Here's Evans for three. No. Brown tapped the rebound, got it. Back outside Cooper to the corner. Evans reloads and knocks it down.
Isaiah Evans' three-point shooting has been such a weapon for the Blue Devils, and he lights it up there to put the Blue Devils up, David, by 10.
6 straight points for the Blue Devils, part of a 14-2 run, would extend to 17-2 after a Mason Gillis three-pointer gave Duke a 13-point advantage, their largest of the first half, and then Tyrese Proctor with the fireworks and the champagne toast coming early.
Shot clock didn't reset, 10 on the timer. The Blue Devils have the offensive rebound with Proctor. On the left, here's Brown. 6 and 5. Back for Tyrese. 4 and 3. Between the legs. On the drive. Right to the rim to punch it down.
Forget the layup. Tyrese Proctor punctuates that shot clock with a slammer.
Maybe more fittingly punch being served for Tyrese here tonight. 10-point lead for Duke, 37-27 over Virginia Tech. John Rolfe has some of the numbers when we return to Cameron in a moment.
Let me grab my car keys and we'll roll.
We still going to that new bar downtown?
Yeah, it's supposed to be fun. Lexi, give me driving directions from home to downtown Bar District.
Autocorrect. Suggest Uber. Pick up, home. Drop off downtown Bar District.
No, I'm driving.
Suggest the Metro bus. Departing in 12 minutes.
Point taken, Lexi. We'll grab a ride.
If you drink, don't drive. Decide to ride. Brought to you in partnership by Anheuser-Busch, Mothers Against Drunk Driving, and Uber.
We've called a 60-second local break timeout. Then more Duke basketball. You're listening to the Blue Devil Sports Network from Learfield.
Think about the last time you moved. Remember how you said you'd never do it alone again? We know moving is tough, but at Two Men and a Truck, we make it easy. No matter the move, big or small, we'll make it a smooth one. We're the movers who care and will prove it with our 96% referral rate and courteous background check movers. We're local and affordable, and we can help at a price that won't make you wish you'd done it on your own. When you're ready, give us a call or find us online for a free estimate at twomenandatruck.com.
Enjoying the game but not the drink being spilled down your back or the foam finger poking you in the face? Well, head to the concession stand, grab a Lindy's Italian Ice, and take a 6-ounce vacation. A 6-ounce cup of lemon Italian Ice will make you feel like you're swaying in a hammock, and the only thing in your face is a cool, salty breeze. That ought to have you refreshed. Now get your head back in the game and start belting out blue and white with the youthful exuberance of the freshman behind you. Yes, the same one that keeps spilling his drink down your back. Lindy's Italian Ice. Have an ice day.
Second-ranked Duke has a 10-point lead on Virginia Tech in its ACC home opener. It's 37-27 at the break. Let's check some of the numbers presented by Steel. Trusted steel power in the palm of your hand. Visit your local Steel dealer or shop online at steelusa.com. Leading scorer in the game is Cooper Flagg with 14 points. Only guy who's in double figures for either team. Joining him on the stat sheet for the Blue Devils, Mason Gillis was 7, 5 for Con Knippel, and 4 apiece for Proctor and Sion James. On the other side, the leading scorer is Burnham, and he's got 7. Duke shot 42% from the field in the half, while Virginia Tech shot an even 40. Blue Devils just 5 out of 19 from 3, and Virginia Tech 3 out of 11. Duke did dominate the rebounding 21-13, and their 8 offensive rebounds led to a 15-2 margin in second chance points. So big story there, trying to keep Virginia Tech off the glass, and the Blue Devils get it done on the boards as well. So Duke up by 10. We've got 20 minutes left to go on this New Year's Eve basketball contest, and we'll have it for you when we continue in just a moment. You're listening to Duke Basketball from Learfield.
This is Coke Zero Sugar. Could I be the best Coke ever? Try and taste with your ears. Hear those bubbles? Imagine them tingling on your tongue. Fizzy deliciousness. Listen to that cascading liquid. A mouth-watering waterfall. Irresistibly tasty. Zero sugar. Crisp, refreshing, and ice cold. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of Duke Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
For the latest in news, notes, and special content, head to GoDuke.com. This is the Blue Devils Sports Network from Learfield.
He'll fire, and it's good!
This is Duke head men's basketball coach Jon Scheyer. When it comes to keeping our team healthy, we turn to the team at Duke Sports Medicine. We offer full-service sports medicine care at locations throughout the Triangle, where you can see the same experts used by Duke Athletics. Make an appointment or learn more at dukehealth.org/sportsmedicine. Go Duke.
The crowd loves that.
Which schools will take home the prestigious Learfield Directors Cup as the top college athletic programs for the 2024-25 college athletics season? You can follow the standings of your favorite team or alma mater at L Directors Cup on Twitter and online at thedirectorscup.com. Trophies will be awarded in June 2025 to the winning institutions in all college sports divisions. Learfield Directors Cup, the crowning achievement in college athletics.
Back inside Cameron Indoor Stadium as we get set to go to the second half. It's officially a 10-point lead for the Blue Devils, 37-27. You're just joining us for the second half. At the end of the first half, Burnham hit what we thought was a 3. They originally called it a 2. They went to the monitor and said it was a 3, so added on a point for Virginia Tech to make it an even 10. 37-27, the advantage for Jon Scheyer's group. Cooper Flagg was the story, 14 points, 5 of 7 from the field, 2 of 3 from outside, 2 rebounds. The Blue Devils dominated the boards 21-13, but no one had more than 2 outside of Sion James. He had 6. As they'll go back to work right to left as we see things here in the second half. From the Crow's Nest, hi, Tom Coach K. Court here at Cameron Indoor Stadium. New Year's Eve, hard to believe, 2024. What do you got, about a little more than 6 hours left in it?
Here we go.
David Shoemate alongside John Roth. John Rose, our producer and engineer. Back inside our network studios is Kyle Schasberger. The Hokies will have it first. And it's Hammond at the top of the key. A bounce pass to the right. Poteet and Lawal back out there after sitting for the better part of the final 7 minutes of the first half with 2 fouls. Meanwhile, Jaden Shute to work for Poteet. Right baseline. The floater is short. And the rebound into the hands of Con Knippel. The biggest lead was 13, 31-18. The biggest deficit was 2, 16-14. And now we get a stoppage as Sion James got popped in the mouth, and he's headed over to Jose Fonseca to be checked on. Speaking of mouth issues, no Spencer Hubbard again today. He's dealing with the tooth problem. He is on the bench, though, in sweats. And they are still working on Sion James.
Talking about Lawal and Potito being back on the floor for Virginia Tech. They each had those 2 fouls in the first half, and that limited them to 6 and 7 minutes, respectively, and a total of 6 points between them. Those 2 guys average 10 apiece. So a big chunk of the offense taken away with those 2 guys sitting out in that first half.
Sion getting popped. The officials are going to go to the monitor, take a peek, and see if there was anything untoward that happened there. And while they do that, we remind you this game between Duke and Virginia Tech is presented by Smithfield. Smithfield, good food responsibly. We're waiting to see if we can get an extra peek to see what may have happened.
Nothing further on the play.
All right.
There we go.
Plain spoken, Bert Smith, our lead official, says there was nothing untoward there. And now he's over for a word with head coach John Shire, associate coach Chris Carroll. Just let him know what he saw. Sion will stay in the game, though. It's good to know. And he's got some extra equipment, cotton in the left nostril. That never feels terribly good. Able to work through it, though, to the left baseline. Cooper Flagg going to work, faces up on the wall. Here comes a double team, dribbles out of it. Cooper back to work at the free throw line. To the right, Proctor, a ball faking a drop to the baseline. Lob it up for Malawach, deflected on the way there and out of bounds. Last touch by Virginia Tech into the Duke bench with 8 seconds to shoot.
Blue Devils so looking to go to their big guy inside and get him going. He was held scoreless in the first half.
They could easily have 45 points right now. There's been 4 or 5 lobs that were right there, and they just couldn't catch him plainly. Knipple off the inbound, it's Cooper. 7 to shoot. To the free throw line, to the paint. Knocked loose, trying to get it back. He did. Put it up. Couldn't hit. And the rebound for Lawal and Johnson. And Johnson comes out of there with it for Virginia Tech. And across midcourt, it'll be Hammond for the Hokies. Opening minute of the second stanza, Duke by 10, 37-27. Poteet looking inside, not there. To the left, Hammond has it now. At the top of the key, deep into the shot clock again. We got 10 on the timer. Into the right corner, Lawal. Working on Cooper Flagg. Puts it into his chest. Fades away. Tough to. No, the rebound for Sion James. And across midcourt, he comes leading by 10. Straight line drive to the right corner. Knipple sets the feed. Can't hit a 3. Weak side rebound, Hammond. Blue Devils just 5 of 20 from 3 today. On the right, Hammond has it. Back up top, Poteet. And around to the left for Jaden Shute. Knipple there defensively. Blue Devils man-to-man, as you would expect. Jaden sends one over to the right, and Hammond. 12 on the timer. Crossing over behind the back. Can't get by James. 10 and 9 into the paint. Tried to reverse it. Didn't even get it to the rim. And then James had it ripped away. But a foul, I believe, is going to be called on Johnson. Reaching in to take it away. And that'll be his first and the first on the Hokies here in the second half. By the way, this is the 18th time. Here's your useless trivia portion of the program that the Blue Devils have played on New Year's Eve. 14 and 3, 6-0 at home. We'll have more of that here in the second half. Okay. As James brings it across. Cooper whirling off of the screen as that ball was kicked on the way to him. You care to guess the 6 opponents? 2 of them in ACC play. Some of these are pretty niche.
I'm
Florida
pretty sure
State.
one was Florida State.
Yeah, Boston College. Wofford, Penn, Loyola, and who can forget San Jose State back in 2006?
Oh.
Sion James on the drive. Put it off the right window and down. He's having a good ball game. 6 for the graduate student out of Sugar Hill, Georgia. And the lead grows to 12, 39-27, 2 minutes into the second half.
So that was New Year's Eve 2006?
Yep.
That would have been John Shire's freshman year.
As Hammond brings one over to the right side of the paint. Hesitation dribble, whips one to the left. Lawal's going to try a 3. A rainbow that's no good. Malawach tapped the rebound, but it hit the baseline. And Virginia Tech will get a fresh 20. The most common opponent, if you're wondering, during this 17-game win streak in terms of ACC home openers.
Ooh. Wow. Well, I'll go with Virginia Tech.
Close. They'll equal Boston College today. 4 against BC before today. This will be the 4th against the Hokies. And the Blue Devils won each of those 3, as you heard us talking earlier, by an average of 20 a game. As they go inside for Poteet, trying to go to work on Malawach, cannot. Outside Hammond, 10 on the timer. Jaden Shute has it between the rings. Off of the screen set by Poteet. 6 and 5. Jumps up from 3. Can't hit it over Malawach. The rebound into the hands of Tyrese Proctor. A rare opportunity to run. 4 on 3. It's Cooper. Into the paint. Spinning on Shute. Goes right by him and lays it in.
There was no defense for that. Cooper Flagg was moving and shaking and going to the basket.
And a 14-point cushion. The biggest lead of the day with 17:04 to go. Hammond for Virginia Tech. Spinning at the top of the key. Works his way to the right. Nearly walked. Kicks it to the corner. Lawal lobs it to the post. Poteet catches. Knocked loose by Knipple from behind. Out of bounds. It'll stay with the Hokies with 14 to shoot along the right baseline. This is very similar to the start of the first half.
Hokies still looking for their first score here of the second half, 3 minutes in.
Took them more than 4 minutes to get a field goal in the first half. They only had a couple of free throws in the first 4 minutes. As Poteet catches in front of Cooper Flagg off the inbound, gave it to Shute, then ran into him and nearly knocked him over. It's Hammond with 7 on the timer. Trying to get by Knipple. Gave it off into the corner for Johnson. 4 to shoot. Here's a drive. Johnson forced it up. Whistle and a foul. Knipple lost his balance, and I think he's going to pick up the blocking foul as he was falling. We'll see if it's on the pass or the shot. They say it was on the pass, so Knipple picks up his first, and the Hokies will inbound along the baseline to our right. They are 0 for 5 from the field here in the second half, 10 out of 30 for the ball game. Hammond waiting, lobs it, dangerous pass, deflected, stolen by Cooper Flagg. The hit ahead for James, and a right-hand punch.
Great defense turns into emphatic offense.
In a 16-point lead. Here's a lob inside, deflected by Lawal. Or deflected by Malawach as it came to Lawal. He'll fire in the left corner and hit a three. Awkward looking possession. Lawal with the rainbow three. He's got 7, and it's 43-30. Nearly another theft for Malawach. We approach 16 minutes to play. Let's go Duke is the chant here at Cameron Indoor Stadium. Knipple faces up. A ball fake, thought about it. Instead, he'll drive into the paint, rise up, scoop, can't hit. They tap the rebound. Malawach has it. Here's Proctor, straight line, drive! And a right-hand tomahawk.
No need to wait for midnight for the ball to drop. Tyrese Proctor just threw it down.
Timeout on the floor. 15:55 to go. It's a 15-point cushion, 45-30.
Every day in the U.S., more than 9 people are killed and 1,000 injured in crashes involving a distracted driver. You can't control other motorists, but you can control how you operate your vehicle. Avoid distractions while driving, like texting or checking social media. Brought to you by Trusted Choice Independent Insurance Agents of North Carolina. Learn more at trustedchoice.com/GoDuke.
For more information, find your local independent insurance agent at insure-agent.com.
Hey Blue Devil fans, cue the shine and savings. The new Zips Car Wash app is available for download. Keeping your ride sparkling clean has never been more rewarding. Get the free Zips app and earn points for every in-app purchase, including memberships. Then turn those points into free car wash rewards. Download the app today and your first car wash is free. Visit the Apple App Store or Google Play Store and search Zips Car Wash now.
Hey Duke fans, want to enhance your game day experience? Poetry Finance, official digital banking partner of Duke Athletics, is here to help. With Poetry, managing your finances is a breeze. Just download the Poetry app to discover how Poetry Finance can help you. Poetry Finance, write your own future. Start now. Financial tools for everyone. Let us help you get started at poetryfinance.com. That's poetryfinance.com.
Blue Devils have come out guns blazing in the second half. 4 minutes gone by. The lead is now 15. The largest has been 16, but Tyrese Proctor having himself an evening with a couple of highlight reel-worthy plays. None better than this.
Let's go Duke is the chant here at Cameron Indoor Stadium. Knipple faces up. A ball fake, thought about it. Instead, he'll drive into the paint, rise up, scoop, can't hit. They tap the rebound. Malawach has it. Here's Proctor, straight line, drive! And a right-hand tomahawk.
No need to wait for midnight for the ball to drop. Tyrese Proctor just threw it down.
Only 6 points on 2 of 7 from the floor, David, but each of his baskets have been extremely loud.
And we got a New Year's reference as well. Hope everyone's having a great New Year's Eve as the Blue Devils have a 15-point lead, 45-30 with 15:55 to play here in the second half. Don't forget that Blue Devil basketball is brought to you in part by Kohl's. The unexpected happens every day. When it does, head to Kohl's at Kohl's.com for everything your family needs. Kohl's, where families come first. You know, they do this thing at Cameron Indoor Stadium where they always pay tribute to the legends that are in the house, folks that have played here, and now folks that have coached here. It still feels strange to see Mike Krzyzewski popping up in terms of former legends that are in the building, but he is in the building on the baseline to our left, as he has been for most of the season. The all-time wins leader in men's college basketball, taking this one in.
Crowd having a good time here tonight, too. They're getting into this little run the Blue Devils are on with these high-flying dunks the last couple of moments. And in fact, just looked into the crowd a moment ago and saw somebody might be planning to stay for dinner. They had a crock pot out there in the middle of the student section. Not sure what's going on with that.
The students aren't here, but it is still jam-packed over there. I saw a sign earlier that said this was my Christmas present.
Yeah.
And the Blue Devils trying to give them something else on a wrap here, up by 15, looking for a 7th consecutive win as the Hokies inbound in backcourt. Brown back out there off the bench. He had a good first half. 5 for Virginia Tech. Wessler now playing catch along the left sideline with Brown. Gets it back to him. Deep into the shot clock yet again. 12 to shoot. On the right, it's Brown. A crossover, sends it to the corner. Rexsteiner a 3. No. Rebound to Lawal. Goes back up. Got it blocked. Put a foul on Malawach, and he'll shoot 2. As Kamon picks up his second, gives us a chance to set the table for you. All right, Blue Devil fans, that we need one missed free throw, and then we need another, and then we all win a free half sub from Harris Teeter coming up on Friday.
Here we go.
Remember, you got to download the app, and then the coupon will be delivered to you. It's good at participating Triangle area Harris Teeter locations. Our thanks to Harris Teeter, proud partner of Duke basketball. Lawal on the year, 73%. He missed the first.
Ooh, here we go.
Hasn't happened yet this year. They got the sub costume out. They've got the signs out. The alumni band is fired up. Everybody looking for a free sub come Friday. Here's the noise. On the way. Oh, my goodness, he hit it. 45-31. We'll try again. As the Blue Devils get into the front court, Proctor backs out on the left. And now James has it. At the top of the key, waiting for a screen. James lobs it inside. Cooper couldn't catch it. And the theft for Brown for Virginia Tech. 4-on-2. Here's Lawal. Wow, he is so acrobatic, so bouncy, and he lays it in with the right hand.
There's that athleticism you were talking about in pregame. Boy, he has it.
He's the first into double figures for Virginia Tech. He has 10. They're back within 12. 45-33. 5 minutes gone in the second half. Into the right corner, it's Cooper Flagg. Lobs it to the left. Proctor catches. Waits, crosses over, leaves it up top. Cooper, he'll drive into the paint, all the way in, forced it up, and he'll shoot 2. As Wessler knocked him to the ground, his second foul. And as Cooper goes back to the line, we remind you, the Food Line is the proud sponsor of the Score to Give More program. For each free throw the Blue Devils make in today's game, Food Line Feeds will donate 100 meals to a local area food bank. And Cooper today has made his only 2 attempts, looking to add to a 16-point tally. His personal best is 26 in that game against Kentucky, and the first one here is good. Blue Devils have made all 7 of their free throws so far as Caleb Foster returns, as does Malik Brown. James and Malawach will get a breather. 46-33. The lead's been as big as 16. Right now it's sitting at 13. And the second free throw takes it to 14. 47-33, 14:42 to go. Rexsteiner for Virginia Tech, wheeling down the left sideline, defended by Caleb Foster. Between the legs, fed it for Young. Young backs out, sends it to the right, and Brown. Looking inside, Wessler doing battle with Malik Brown, can't get loose. So Brown for Virginia Tech, still with the handle. 10 to shoot, picked up his dribble, fed Rexsteiner. Now 7-6 on the timer. Crossing over, trying to get in on Knipple at the right elbow. Steps through, 3 to shoot. Tough 2. Wow, he hit it. At the end of the shot clock, fading away. That's his first field goal.
Kahn couldn't have done much more on defense that time. He had him bottled up. He just threw it up and got it.
47-35, 6 minutes into the second half. On the left, Knipple has it now. Double teamed in the corner. Sends it back up top for Cooper. Now Caleb has it. Around to the right, Tyrese Proctor. A jab step and a drive, and he's fouled on the way by. That'll be on Jaden Young, his first. And the Blue Devils will inbound on the baseline to our left with 13:54 to go, leading by 12. Caleb will be the inbounder. Looking for the lob off the inbound. It's not there. Curling on the right. Proctor has it. Spinning on Young. Gets a screen from Malik Brown. Fed it to him in the pocket and nearly taken away by Rexsteiner. But Brown was so strong, he got it back and laid it in. Turned a turnover into a bucket, and it's 49-35. A potential turnover, I guess I should say, with 13:35 to go as Rexsteiner crosses over. Got by Foster. Feeds the corner. Lawal 3. Rattled around and went down. His second 3. He's got 13, and the Hokies back with an 11, 49-38 with 13:20 to go. Virginia Tech is 4-15 from 3. The Blue Devils are 5 out of 20. actually make them 5 out of 16. As Proctor lobs it to Brown and threw it out of bounds. Too tall for Caleb Foster in the left corner, and the Blue Devils with the turnover. And the Hokies will get it back in an 11-point game with 13:09 to go.
Teams have basically matched turnovers. I think Duke's now got 8-7 for Virginia Tech, but Duke's done a whole lot more with the ones they've gained offensively and outscoring Tech 12-6 in points off of turnovers.
Knipple heads out. Isaiah Evans is back in. We've seen 9 hit the floor today for head coach Jon Scheyer. Led in scoring, of course, by Cooper Flagg with the 18. Right on the cusp is James. He's got 8 and 7 so far for Gillis. As Brown brings it across for Virginia Tech. The Hokies hanging around with 13 minutes to go, down 49-38. Burnham has it, bounces one inside for Lawal. Got good position, goes up and scores again. He's got 15, and the Hokies are back within 9. 49-40. Let's go Duke is the chant here, Cameron. Proctor finds Cooper Flagg. Waiting, looks to the right, takes the screen from Malik Brown. Cooper back to the left. What a scoop to Brown in traffic. A kick to the corner. Evans, a ball fake and a drive. Kicks to the left. Proctor will take it and hit a 3.
Good timing for that 3 by the Blue Devils after Virginia Tech made a move and got it under double figures. The Blue Devils answer with a long one.
And they'll lead back to 12, 52-40. Brown with it for the Hokies. Jumper up over Malik Brown is too strong. The rebound high into the air, claimed by Malik. Underhand scoop for Tyrese Proctor. 8 minutes gone in the second half. The Blue Devils lead it by a dozen. Tyrese waiting, sends it to the right. Cooper catches at the top of the key. Now he'll drive to the corner. Evans, he'll take a 3 and hit it. Back-to-back threes, and the lead back to 15.
Evans' second of the game.
55-40 with 11:44 to go. Rexsteiner across midcourt. Dribbles to the left, behind the back with a dribble. Malik Brown has him on a switch. Sends it to the corner. Burnham a ball fake and a drive on Proctor. Tough 2. Got it to go. Ben Burnham has 9 in the Hokies trail. 55-42 with 11:25 to go.
Proctor, nice job of challenging the shot without fouling.
Blue Devils have made their last 4. The Hokies 4 their last 5 from the field. Cooper has it at the top of the key. Faces up. Thought about a 3. Instead, he'll drive. Burnham into the paint. Just way too fast. And he lays it in. Cooper Flagg now with 20. And Jon Scheyer calls for time. It'll extend to a full. We'll take it as well. 11:09 to go. It's 57-42.
Are you ready to show your Duke pride wherever you go? Visit shop.duke.edu, your one-stop online store for all things Duke. From the latest apparel to must-have accessories, Duke University Stores has it all. Whether you're a student, alumni, or fan, shop.duke.edu has something for everyone. Get your hands on exclusive Duke gear today. Shop conveniently online at shop.duke.edu, where real Duke fans shop.
Follow the Blue Devils on and off the hardwood at Duke MBB. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and more. This is Duke basketball from Learfield.
It's bow time. It's not just football season. It's tailgate season. And that includes every kind of football, whether it's got goalkeepers or goalposts. The kick is good! Because it doesn't matter where or how you tailgate. When you've got crispy chicken and fluffy buttermilk biscuits from Bojangles, your tailgate is better than great. It's legendary. Head to Bojangles and order your tailgate box with boldly seasoned chicken, fixins, biscuits, and legendary iced tea today. It's bow time.
Enjoying the game but not the drink being spilled down your back or the foam finger poking you in the face? Well, head to the concession stand, grab a Lindy's Italian Ice, and take a 6-ounce vacation. A 6-ounce cup of lemon Italian Ice will make you feel like you're swaying in a hammock, and the only thing in your face is a cool, salty breeze. That ought to have you refreshed. Now get your head back in the game and start belting out blue and white with the youthful exuberance of the freshman behind you. Yes, the same one that keeps spilling his drink down your back. Lindy's Italian Ice. Have an ice day.
11:09 2:09 to go in this one. The Blue Devils by 15, 57-42. David Schumann alongside John Roth. John Rose, our producer and engineer. Back inside our network studios is Kyle Schasberger. They have a promotion in-house where they get the Titanic music going and get people lifting other people up. That's why I'm chuckling in the background. It's quite a sight to see if you can be here in Cameron. Meanwhile, we drift past 6 o'clock here on the East Coast, so 10 seconds for station identification. This is Duke basketball from Learfield.
Let's check out some of the in-game stats while we're at it. 11:09 to go with Duke up by 15 after the Blue Devils called this timeout. They're presented by Steel. Trusted Steel power in the palm of your hand. Visit your local Steel dealer or shop online at steelusa.com. Cooper Flagg remains Duke's leading scorer and the only player on Duke's team in double figures. He's got an even 20 right now on 7 out of 10 shooting. Next on the list would be Tyrese Proctor at 9, and then James with 8 and Gillis with 7. Blue Devils hitting a robust 73% from the field in this half, 8 out of 11, and it's boosted their total for the game to an even 50% at 21 out of 42. They are 2 out of 3 from 3 in this half with a couple of nice dunks as well. Virginia Tech has one guy in double figures also at Lawal, and he's got 15 on 6 out of 8 shooting, and they are hitting 46% in this half. The Blue Devils maintain a rebounding edge, David, 27-17.
And those second chance points have been a huge part of the story that you talked about earlier. 17-3, the edge there. It'll be Foster, Evans, Flagg, Proctor, and Brown out of the timeout called by the head coach of the Blue Devils. So Virginia Tech in possession, trailing by 15, maybe more. A deflection by Brown into backcourt. Hammond saves it. Brown still after him. 14-13. Hammond in a world of trouble, got rid of it for Shoot. 10 on the timers. They cross midcourt. It's Hammond to the right. There's Brown trying to drive at the right elbow. Nothing doing. Bounce pass down low for Poteet. Faces up on Malik Brown. Spins, waits, goes up, and scores with the left hand. Poteet with just his first field goal, and it comes with 10:35 to go. And it's 57-44.
Just beat the shot clock.
Caleb to the left. There's Isaiah Evans. Brown and now Proctor. Looking inside. Cooper's got it. Bodied up by Johnson. Spun by him. Put it off the window and down. Cooper just way too skilled. He's got 22 and the lead back to 15.
What a quick spin and step to get that ball to the rim.
He is 8 of 11 from the field, with a couple of threes as well, and he's made all 4 of his free throws. Meanwhile, Shoot at the other end comes open, can't hit a 3-2 strong. The rebound for Caleb Foster. A chance to add to this 15-point lead as we hit 10 minutes to play. Caleb sends it inside. Brown catches, goes up, and can't hit the layup. Did everything but go down. Hammond across midcourt for Virginia Tech, trying to turn the corner on Brown, cannot. Lobs it over the top for Poteet. Catches on Cooper, whips it inside for Johnson. Johnson hesitated, went up, traveled. Are they going to call a tie-up on the block shot? Either way, it's going to be Blue Devil basketball in the alternating possession. Duke will have it back, and we've got a timeout. 9:41 to go. It's Duke 59 and Virginia Tech 44.
Oh, what a great camping trip for the Williams family. It was epic, Zach. And this week's MVP was their 2024 Ford Bronco SUV, Matt. Absolutely. It hauled everything and everyone to this great spot by the lake. And get them back in time for the big game. Yeah, let's go! Let's go. With the Ford Bronco or Bronco Sport SUV on your team, it's game on. For the latest offers, go to buyfordnow.com or see your Carolina Ford dealer today.
Introducing a product that redefines living well.
Luxury.
Designed to satisfy your wildest desires.
Extravagance.
Overflowing with suspense. Dripping with wealth.
Fortune.
The $8 million moneymaker from the North Carolina Education Lottery. With prices that start at $100 and go up to $8 million. Every win's a big win.
Whisper.
Must be 18 to play. Approximate overall odds of winning are 1 in 4.14. Problem gambling helpline 877-718-5543.
FanDuel Sports Network is your new home for your home teams.
That's what I'm talking about!
Watch all the big hits.
Oh, mercy!
Big shots.
What a dime!
Big goals.
He scores!
All in one place.
Are you kidding me?
For coverage of Blue Devils athletics, the Carolina Hurricanes, and the Charlotte Hornets, visit FanDuelSportsNetwork.com today and watch all season long.
Tonight's Duke basketball game against Virginia Tech is brought to you by Smithfield. Smithfield, good food, responsibly.
9:41 to go on this one. The Blue Devils by 15, 59-44. David Shumate alongside John Roth. John Rose, our producer and engineer, back inside our network studios is Kyle Schasberger. Be sure to catch Duke All Access with head coach Sean Shire. Comes your way Sundays at noon on ABC 11. And don't forget the ABC 11 mobile app is your ticket to Duke basketball highlights and the latest from the First Alert forecast. Just tap the app and make it your own from ABC 11 Eyewitness News. A lot of people obviously record some of those things and watch them back. As I do, and you record all of them, you go back and watch. Was it last week that the two head coaches visited together, John Roth, John Shire, and Manny Diaz?
Oh,
or was it 2 weeks ago? I forget which one.
This past weekend, yeah.
Incredible conversation. We get a chance to check it out.
Would be cool, yeah.
As Manny Diaz's bunch will be in action on Thursday night, taking on Ole Miss out of the SEC in the 80th Gator Bowl. First meeting between the two. Blue Devils have played 3 previous games in Jacksonville, including the largest comeback in program history against Florida. And
that was back in the 60s, right?
Yep. Scored 28 unanswered to get the win. I told you, I got plenty of useless trivia for you here today. That game will kick at 7:30 on Thursday night. We're looking forward to getting down to Jacksonville tomorrow. We're actually going to visit with the head coach from 5:30 to 6:30 tomorrow afternoon. Give you a chance to take a break from that Rose Bowl. You can have it on the background. Keep listening to us as the college football playoff gets back underway tonight. Penn State and Boise State, first on the tee, so to speak.
I guess I got to hold off on that Duke-Florida game from the 60s on the trivia quiz on Thursday night.
There you go.
You were already on that one.
Oh, you can go there. Harding's not listening. Okay. It's the Blue Devils inbound. Cooper Flagg, Theon James, Caleb Foster, Kaman Maluach, and Isaiah Evans out there. Cooper on the right takes the three. It's too strong. The rebound tapped out by James. They can save it in backcourt with Caleb because it was a tap. And a fresh 20 to work with. And we get a whistle. And the shot clock should have reset to 30 because it was chased down in backcourt instead of 20. So it should be 26 on the shot clock. Mike Young taking a seat on the scorer's table. I don't think he agrees with the decision.
Not sure how they
Normally
got
that's not going to change anything as the officials are talking about it. And Cooper will be the inbounder, trying to get position along the sideline. He's ready, and now Caleb's got it. Working with the right-hand dribble. To the right of the floor he goes. Looking inside, Cooper in a double team, able to somehow collect it, now going to work. Into the paint. It's been Cooper Flagg's day. Jumps up. Oh, it wouldn't go down, and the rebound for Lawal. As we approach 9 minutes to play, a 15-point lead. The Hokies have scored the basketball better here in the second half than they did the first. But they've only got 17 points to show for it, even though their shooting percentage is better, 47%. Poteen on the drop, got inside, blocked by Maluach. What a rejection, and here's Evans the other way. It's Caleb spinning to the hoop, put it up, no. The rebound for Lawal, saved it back to Caleb. Back to work, and he's fouled by Shute. He'll shoot 2.
Caleb aggressive on the follow-up, going right back to the rim and drawing the contact so he can get to the line. The great energy by Evans and Foster to create that offensive sequence.
Looking for his first points of the afternoon. The sophomore out of Harrisburg, North Carolina, shooting a pair. And the first one is good. Makes it 60-44. By the way, we mentioned the 17-game consecutive win streak in terms of ACC home openers. The second free throw for Caleb Foster is good. Twice the Blue Devils have scored 100 or more during the streak. Florida State was a win, 193 on December 30th, 2017. They also put up 110 against Georgia Tech back in 2017.
Remember that Florida State game was a very entertaining contest. So both those teams ran up and down the floor. That was a high-scoring track meet.
61-44 our score with 8.5 minutes to go, and we got a reach-in foul up top. I think it's going to be on Caleb. That'll be his second. With 8:32 to go. Be Johnson inbound right sideline. The Hokies are 17 of 41 from the field, but they've turned it over 9 times, and the Blue Devils have out-rebounded them 30-20. As Johnson waits to inbound, gets it into Hammond, working at the center circle. Takes the screen from Johnson. Shot clock melting again. It's down to 10. Hammond behind the back. Underhand scoop for Lawal. He'll drive in on James, force it up, get it blocked, but fouled on the way by, and he'll shoot 2. And the foul will be on Sion James, and that'll be his first. By the way, Hammond is on the floor. Ben Hammond, the freshman out of Fairfax, Virginia. He was the point guard last year for St. Paul VI. So obviously very familiar with Darren Harris and Patrick Gungba.
All three of them on that team that won the Virginia State Championship and got to the national championship game against Cooper Flagg's club.
As Lawal's first free throw is good.
And there's another ACC player from Notre Dame that was also on that team. 4 ACC signees from this year on that same squad. And a UConn player. Quite a talented team.
Makes sense why they won so much.
It sure does.
As Lawal has really been the offense for Virginia Tech here in the second half. He's got 16 for the ball game, 12 since halftime. As a team, they have 18. One more free throw to come. Missed it. And the rebound for Malawach. So it's 61-45 with 8:15 to go.
That club was 33-2, and one of the losses was to Coups Montverde in the national championship game.
James for Cooper Flagg at the top of the key. Looking to the left. Evans had a little bit of space. Cooper will drive it, though, into the paint. They'll allow it. This time, Malawach there to throw it down.
Finally, a connection with Kaman at the rim, and he pays it off.
His first field goal, a thunderous dunk to make it 63-45 with 7:45 to go. Hammond on the left. Spinning in a world of trouble. Just hands it off for Burnham. Back for Hammond. 10 to shoot. At the top of the key. 8 and 7. Hammond looking for space. Whips it inside for Lawal. Underhand scoop. Threw it away. Johnson couldn't catch it. And it's Cooper the other way. In transition, a crossover to the bucket. Knocked loose and a foul on Virginia Tech on the reach-in. And that's on Hammond. It's going to chase us to a timeout. 7:25 to go. Little starting to pull away. They're up 63-45.
For any surface and every season, Continental Tire is the smart choice in tires. From ultra-high performance tires like the Extreme Contact Sport 02 to passenger touring tires to all-terrain light truck tires like the Terrain Content AT, Continental has a tire that gives you confidence no matter the road conditions. Whether you're looking for summer, all-season, or winter tires, Continental Tire has something to fit your needs. Visit ContinentalTire.com to find your ideal tire. Continental Tire, a proud partner of the Duke Blue Devils.
Duke plays here.
Flying in, reverses it, up and in for 2.
This is the Blue Devils Sports Network from Learfield.
Whether you're in the market for a new boat or just need service or accessories for an existing boat, turn to Overbee Marine. Now with 2 locations in Kittrell and Lake Gaston, Overbee Marine offers the highest quality of marine products and services, including the latest from Sea Ray, Centurion, Avalon, Bennington, as well as Cobalt boats. Overbee Marine also offers the largest selection of parts in the region, along with full-service facilities at their 2 locations. Stop by or give them a call at 252-586-3593 or online at overbeemarine.com. Overbee Marine. Don't let adventure pass you by.
This is Coke Zero Sugar. Could I be the best Coke ever? Try and taste with your ears. Hear those bubbles? Imagine them tingling on your tongue. Fizzy deliciousness. Listen to that cascading liquid. A mouth-watering waterfall. Irresistibly tasty. Zero sugar. Crisp, refreshing, and ice cold. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide.
Back inside Cameron, 7:25 to go. The Blue Devils by 18, 63-45. David Schmidt alongside John Roth. John Rose, our producer and engineer. Back inside our network studios is Kyle Schassberger. Don't forget that Blue Devil Basketball is brought to you in part by Poetry Finance. Write your own future with Poetry. Poetry Finance, official online banking partner of Duke Athletics. Blue Devils appear to be headed to their 11th win of the season. Still a little bit of work to do, up by 18 with more than 7 minutes to play. It would be a 3-0 start to league play and would mark 18 consecutive home wins to start the ACC slate. Just a remarkable streak. Just the consistency it speaks to. And, of course, the man on the baseline to the left had a lot to do with it, as the Blue Devils are 52-19 all-time in ACC home openers.
But also just the fact that ACC games are really so even most of the time as far as when you go into a game to win the home opener 18 years in a row against various opponents. That is very consistent, obviously, but excellent as well.
And the Blue Devils doing it with their defense today. Again, the Hokies only have 45 points. Blue Devils have the number 1 or number 2 defense, depending on which metric you like the most. Number 2 overall in KenPom, number 3 overall in the net, number 4 in the AP poll.
I guess I like the one that has the Blue Devils the highest. Okay.
So you like KenPom.
Okay.
James the inbound, flag to dunk. The lob works, and Cooper now has 24.
Nice spin off of his defender. It was wide open for James's toss.
And for the first time this afternoon, a 20-point lead, 65-45, as we have just over 7 minutes to play. Rexsteiner off of a screen, fed it to the corner, Burnham on a drive, got inside, put it up, blocked by Cooper. What can't he do? He's got 5 assists as well. 2 off his career high. Who knows? He might have 30 before we're done. Sitting on 24 right now. James for Brown at the free throw line. A handoff for Tyrese Proctor. A screen from Brown. Proctor into the corner. James thought about a 3. Instead, he'll drive. Back up top, Knipple. 8 to shoot. On the left, it's Tyrese. On the drive, got all the way in. A little bully ball, and he's fouled and will shoot 2 as Brown picks up number 2.
It is nice for the Blue Devils to finally have an ACC home game. The first 2 on the road, and the next one's on the road. So 3 of their first 4 away from Cameron. Good to get one here amidst all these road contests.
As we remind you that Sharp Business System sets the same standard of excellence in office equipment as the Blue Devils do in basketball. Count on Sharp for state-of-the-art office equipment. Sharp, changing the way companies do business. As the first free throw for Proctor is good. Blue Devils, you mentioned going on the road against SMU. We mentioned the league and the struggles that the league has had overall. There aren't a ton of quad 1 opportunities, but they've got 2 in a row coming up at SMU and then at home against Pittsburgh. So 2 really important games, as the second free throw for Tyrese Proctor is good. And by the way, that Pittsburgh game, lo and behold, it'll open up the longest homestand of the season. 3 in a row at Cameron. Pittsburgh, Notre Dame, and Miami come calling in quick succession. Don't blink, though. 3-game homestand, the longest homestand of the year. Brown on the drive for Virginia Tech. Kicks to the right. There's Young. We approach 6 minutes to play with the Blue Devils up by 22. Brown in the right corner, working with a left-hand dribble between the legs, trying to get loose, cannot. Knipple all over him. Finally got rid of it to Poteet, who goes up and scores in the paint. Poteet catches down low. He's very effective, but he hasn't had many touches today. He's only got 6 points for the ball game. 67-47 with 6 minutes to go. Sion sends it for Brown at the free throw line, waiting, lobs it to the right. There's Knipple. Baseline drive, cut off by Rexsteiner. Still working on him. Steps through, put it up, took the contact, scored, and a free throw coming as well. As Rexsteiner picks up his first, and Con Knipple with his first points of the second half. He's got 7 on the day.
Con coming off of one of his better all-around performances of the young season, that last game against Georgia Tech in Atlanta with 18 points along with the 5 assists, 4 threes, and was masterful in running the pick and roll with Kaman Malawach.
As Knipple's free throw is good. By the way, Rexsteiner picked up the foul. He and Kyle Schassberger, good buddies. His father was a famous wrestler. Kyle told us all about Cream. I don't remember any of it. Do you, John? But very significant in the wrestling world, as Young sends one up top for Lawal. And now Young has it again into the hands of Poteet. Waiting, 10 to shoot. Poteet fed it to Young. Comes over to the right. Jumps up from 3. Rattled out. And the rebound for Cooper Flagg. A chance to add to a 23-point lead with 5:20 to go. Proctor between the legs. Cross court. Knipple. 3-ball up. Dagger.
Knipple now in double figures with 11.
And it's 26 all of a sudden, the lead for John Shire's group as we approach 5 minutes to play. 73-47. Young on the drive into the paint, ran into Cooper Flagg. I think we're going to get a blocking foul. Nope, they're going to give it to Knipple on the bump. By the way, back to Rexsteiner. As good of friends as he and Kyle Schassberger can be, I don't think he and I would get along. According to their game notes, he gets up at 4:50 a.m. every day. I could high-five him on my way to bed.
I know. Do what? Like, what are you doing at 4:50? Okay.
Especially with all the 9 o'clock tips in ACC play. Whew. Good on him, though. He's had a tough afternoon. Only 2 points. Came in averaging 8 per game. He's been in the starting lineup, but the last 2 games he's been coming off the bench. And he's in possession on the Coach K Cord logo on the right. Whips one to the corner. Lawal looking for another 3. And it goes. He's gotten some friendly hops, too. As that one hit the side of the rim, the backboard, and went down. Lawal now has 19. And a timeout taken by Virginia Tech. We'll break for 30 with 4:50 to go, and the Blue Devils up 73-50. He'll fire, and it's good.
This is Duke head men's basketball coach John Shire. When it comes to keeping our team healthy, we turn to the team at Duke Sports Medicine. We offer full-service sports medicine care at locations throughout the Triangle, where you can see the same experts used by Duke Athletics. Make an appointment or learn more at dukehealth.org/sportsmedicine. Go Duke.
The crowd loves that.
Duke by 23. David, I would add that Rex Steiner's father was known as Big Papa Pump during my wrestling watching days. Scott Steiner, love it.
Okay. We are pumped up to know that.
Oh, 4:50 to go in the second half, and it's 73-50.
Happy New Year, Kyle.
That's unbelievable. That is the work you get when Kyle Schassberger is at the controls. So good. Meanwhile, Cooper Flagg has been at the controls offensively for the Blue Devils. He's got 24 to go along with 3 rebounds and 5 assists. He's out there with Sion James in the corner, Knipple. Malik Brown at the free throw line, and Tyrese Proctor hanging out in the right corner. A bounce pass for Brown at the top of the key. Looks to the right. A handoff for Proctor, and he lost it. They're going to say it was deflected, though. So the Blue Devils catch a break. A crossover. Proctor into the paint. There's the lob, and James the lay-in. Floating in off the left. He's into double figures, and they've got 4 in double figures now.
And James actually with a double-double. He's also got 11 rebounds.
As into the corner it goes. Brown now. That's his first double-double of the season. Is driving is Young at the free throw line. Underhand scoop back up top for Brown. Waiting. Sends it to the right. Lawal had it taken away. Cooper Flagg, 2-on-1. It's Cooper to the paint. Leave it to Proctor on a rack attack.
Tyrese
13.
with his 3rd dunk of the day.
Proctor takes the lead to 27 as Brown launches on the right and hits a 3. Rodney Brown with a deep ball, his first of the second half, 77-53. And with 3:45 to go, the Blue Devils in control, having made each of their last 6 from the field. Sion looks to the left. A handoff for Knipple, right back to Sion. Lobs it to the right. Kahn, a driving lane, got in on Brown. 3 bodies crash at him, and he'll shoot 2 as he is thumped to the floor. Take your pick. Poteet, Lawal, and Brown were all over there. We'll see who the foul is going to be on when we come back. 3:26 to go. All Blue Devils, 77-53.
Progressive presents Renter's MVP's Most Valuable Possessions. Today's MVP, Emily Neal's 70-inch TV. Because after watching her second-grade students yell at each other for hours, there's nothing Emily enjoys more than watching super-rich housewives also yell at each other. Why? Because those women are not her responsibility. And that's why her TV is today's MVP. Keep your most valuable possessions protected by bundling your renters and auto insurance with Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. And now it's our lowest price of the season on our top-selling i8 smart bed. Your best savings plus special financing. Exclusively at a Sleep Number store near you. All Sleep Number smart beds offer temperature solutions for your best sleep. Learn more at sleepnumber.com.
Hey, Duke fans. Want to enhance your game day experience? Poetry Finance, official digital banking partner of Duke Athletics, is here to help. With Poetry, managing your finances is a breeze. Just download the Poetry app to discover how Poetry Finance can help you. Poetry Finance. Write your own future. Start now. Financial tools for everyone. Let us help you get started at poetryfinance.com. That's poetryfinance.com.
2:56 to go in this one. The Blue Devils in control of 77-253. Don't forget the Blue Devil basketball is brought to you in part by Coca-Cola. Crisp, refreshing, and irresistibly tasty. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide. David Shoemate alongside John Roth. John Rose, our producer and engineer, back inside our network studios, is Kyle Schasberger. As John Roth told you, Sion James with a double-double now. The 11 rebounds is a personal best for him. He had 10 last year playing for Tulane against North Texas. That was his previous high. That also marked his only other double-double. His second career double-double here this afternoon.
Excellent. And meanwhile, while that was happening, I just saw my favorite sign in the crowd so far today. Somebody was holding up a sign that said, "Exit Sandman."
Oh, wow.
So if you follow ACC sports, you obviously know that Virginia Tech's entrance song in football is "Enter Sandman." And since the Hokies are getting beat by 24 right now, we get "Exit Sandman."
Apropos, too, as Con Knippel goes to the free throw line. I'd say his three-pointer a moment ago, if it wasn't over already, he pretty much put the cap on it. And now all that's left is the New Year's celebration. As Con Knippel will shoot a pair out of the timeout. Who knows? They might have 5 in double figures before the day is out. They've got Gillis sitting on 7. And Isaiah Evans has 6. And those threes can come in bunches as Knippel's free throw is good. And both Gillis and Evans are on the floor right now. Who knows? Might have 6.
Evans could have 2 touches and be in double figures.
As Kahn knocks down both free throws. As we see Darren Harris for the first time tonight. Speaking of guys who can fill it up in a hurry, the freshman out of Herndon, Virginia. So it's Foster, Harris, Evans, Gillis, and Gungba's back out on the floor. As the Blue Devils have this healthy margin, 79-53, with just over 3 minutes to go. Rexsteiner airborne, sends one to the left. Young, room to shoot, and he hits a 3. Jaden Young with his first field goal, came in 32% on the year from outside. And it's 79-56. Let's go Duke is the chant. Foster to the right. There's Evans. A ball fake. Back for Caleb on the left. Little shoulder shake. Into the paint he goes. Spins back up top. Evans hits a 3. What do we tell you?
There's one touch.
He's got 9. 82-56. 3 threes. As Rexsteiner goes to the baseline, whips one into the backcourt. And that'll be another turnover for Virginia Tech, their 12th. An ambitious pass, and nobody was home. And the Blue Devils will inbound just alongside their own bench.
Hammond checks back in for Virginia Tech, so I think we're going to have all of the Paul VI guys on the floor at the same time now.
And after a rough shooting start from 3, Wolves have 1 for their first 10 from outside. The Blue Devils have now made 8 of their last 15 and 9 of 25 for the game, creeping towards 40%. And if Evans gets another touch, they might be over 40%. Foster to the right. Gillis will launch. Too strong. And the rebound for Hammond. That's online as well. Mason's had a good afternoon. 7 points so far. With 2:15 to go. Young curling. Thought about another 3 instead. Gave it to Wessler, who turns the corner on Gungba. Draws a foul. Missed the shot. He'll shoot 2. And as Patrick picks up his first. And now, let's see if we can get a sub out of this thing.
Oh, yeah.
Wessler on the day at the free throw line for Virginia Tech is 2 out of 3.
Blue Devils have done a nice job, though, of really not fouling Virginia Tech on that end of the floor. They've only had 4 free throw attempts in this half.
If he misses the first, it gets interesting. He did not miss the first. So 5 for Wessler, 82-57. 2:11 to go. Second attempt. Got them both. 82-58 for Virginia Tech, only 1 in double figures. That's the wall. He's got 19. And it looks like his afternoon is over. He's on the bench, as is Poteet, their other double figure scorer coming in. As Gillis catches, a handoff for Evans. 3 ball up, 3 ball in. Evans with his 4th of the game, and it's 85-58. And he is the 5th into double figures. He's got 12.
It didn't take long.
They come in bunches. Here's Hammond. Pocket pass for Wessler. Tough finish in over Gungba. He'll have a chance for 3. As Wessler now with 8, and Pat picks up his second foul with 1:44 to go. The Hokies back to the free throw line. Virginia Tech is 10 points away from their season average. I bring that up because all 12 of the opponents so far against John Shire's defense have failed to reach their season average as Wessler misses the free throw. So it stays at a 25-point lead, 85-60, with 1:37 to go. Tyrese Proctor looks to the bench for the play call. Evans chasing off of screens, has it right back to Caleb, though. 13 to shoot. Foster lobs it to the right. Evans catches. 10 to shoot. Spins on Hammond. Drives the baseline. Got inside. Back up top. Gillis hits a three. They've got 6 in double figures. And the lead is 28. And in the first half, the Blue Devils were scraping and clawing for offense. You look up, and they've got 88 with a minute to go as Wessler is piling up the stats here late. He gets a dunk, 10 on the afternoon, and it's 88-62 as we go into the final minute. Caleb Foster working his way on the left. Here's a lob for Gungba. Catches, pushed in the back, able to save it, knocked out of bounds by Jaden Shute. With 16 to shoot, 44.4 to go. The Blue Devils will go to 11-2. They've won 7 in a row when this one goes final. 3-0 atop the ACC standings. The Hokies will fall to 5-8 and 0-2 in league play. As Foster looking to get it in, Evans nearly falling down. He did fall down. It's a turnover as the pass was coming for him, and Young has it for Virginia Tech. For Hammond, now spinning as Wessler on Gungba, goes up, and the hook shot came out. Rebound tapped. Evans has it. About a 3-second differential shot clock to game clock. Caleb on the drive, behind the back, got inside to the corner. Gillis, 3-ball up. No. And the weak side rebound for Hammond. With 20 seconds to go in a 26-point game. 88-62. Hammond weaving through traffic, whips it to the right. Young a three, fouled, and he'll shoot 3 as Harris picks up his first. And Young at 82% will shoot 3. Which actually gives us a pretty good chance to get this sub. It's got to be 2 consecutive free throws, but he's shooting 3. So if he misses the first 2 or the last 2, as the first one is good. So now we need it to be the last 2. 88-63, a 25-point game with 11.6 to go. Second attempt for Young is good. So there goes that idea. And this last free throw will likely determine the final score. Made them all. 88-65 with 11.6 to go. Caleb will get it across midcourt, and that'll be that. Impressive. It was a 17-2 push in the first half to build a double-digit lead. And in the end, they win it by 23. 88-65, the final score. The Blue Devils have won 7 in a row. And now 18 consecutive home ACC openers as they improve to 11-2, 3-0 in the league, and drop the Hokies to 5-8 and 0-2 in ACC play. A 23-point win here at home, 88-65, and our postgame show is headed your way next.
This is Coke Zero Sugar. Could I be the best Coke ever? Try and taste with your ears. Hear those bubbles? Imagine them tingling on your tongue. Fizzy deliciousness. Listen to that cascading liquid. A mouth-watering waterfall. Irresistibly tasty. Zero sugar. Crisp, refreshing, and ice cold. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide.
Hey Blue Devil fans, it's game day, and Harris Teeter knows your party is just as important as the game. With mouth-watering wings, delicious dips, pre-ordered party platters to please any crowd, and not to mention the best pizzas, ribs, and ready-to-grill pub burgers in town. Only Harris Teeter can deliver delicious as you huddle up with family and friends to celebrate. Set a reminder to order ahead if you need party platters, and make Harris Teeter your pre-game stop before the next game. Harris Teeter, where Blue Devil fans shop for their delicious game day.
The passion, the excitement, the tradition. This is Duke basketball from Learfield.
From sugar cookie crumbs in the kitchen to pine needles under the tree, count on Steel for Christmas cleanup made easy with the SEA 20 battery-powered handheld vacuum. Now just $99.99. Power up the holiday and give a gift from the top of their wish list. Visit your local Steel dealer today or shop online at steelusa.com. Was $159.99 MSRP. Includes battery and charger. Offer valid for a limited time only at participating dealers while supplies last.
Which schools will take home the prestigious Learfield Directors Cup as the top college athletic programs for the 2024-25 college athletics season? You can follow the standings of your favorite team or alma mater at L Directors Cup on Twitter and online at thedirectorscup.com. Trophies will be awarded in June 2025 to the winning institutions in all college sports divisions. Learfield Directors Cup, the crowning achievement in college athletics.
The Blue Devils Sports Network from Learfield. Welcome to the Duke Locker Room Report. Our exclusive coverage of today's game has been brought to you by Coca-Cola. Crisp, refreshing, and irresistibly tasty. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide. Reed's Jewelers, your home for fine Swiss timepieces, beautiful diamonds, and the world's most luxurious jewelry brands. Reed's Jewelers, trusted with life's moments. By Continental Tire, the exclusive tire of the Blue Devils. Find the right tire for your vehicle at ContinentalTire.com. Continental Tire, the smart choice in tires. By the Hilton Garden Inn, your home base near Duke University. By Duke Health, be a game changer. The Duke team is pioneering the future of healthcare for communities in the Triangle and beyond. Discover what's possible at careers.dukehealth.org. And by the Washington Duke Inn, honoring tradition over trend for over 30 years. Now, inside the Learfield Network studios, here's Kyle Schassberger.
The Blue Devils closed 2024 in style, 88-65. The victory over Virginia Tech inside Cameron Indoor Stadium. Duke now 11-2 on the season, 3-0 in ACC play. Coming up as part of our post-game show, we'll pick apart this one, give you highlights, all of the numbers, look into SMU road trip to Moody Coliseum coming up on Saturday. But first, we'll have Duke football over the next couple of days with the Manny Diaz radio show starting at 5:30 tomorrow. Then the bowl game, 6:30 network coverage on a Thursday. The Gator Bowl as Ole Miss and Duke will square up. And we'll touch on the out-of-town scoreboard and more. But before we go inside Cameron Indoor Stadium, let's give you our defensive play of the game presented by Old Dominion Freight Line in a double feature, as Cooper Flagg had 4 of the Blue Devils' 7 team steals.
Hammond waiting, lobs it, dangerous pass deflected, stolen by Cooper Flagg. The hit ahead for James, and a right-hand punch.
Great defense turns into emphatic offense.
In a 16-point lead. And scoop back up top for Brown. Waiting. Sends it to the right. Lawal had it taken away. Cooper Flagg, 2-on-1. It's Cooper to the paint. Leave it to Proctor on a rack attack.
Again, 4 steals for Cooper Flagg, who poured in 24 points on 9 of 14 shooting from the floor, 2 of 4 from downtown. Had a block also to go along with 6 assists and 3 rebounds, just filling up the stat sheet in every imaginable aspect. It's what we've been accustomed to in an 88-65 win for Duke over Virginia Tech. He's one of 6 in double figures, and can't wait to hear what John Shire has to say about the effort again from Cooper Flagg. David, just continuing to dazzle here as we punctuate 2024.
Yep, one of 6 in double figures here today as he had 24 points to go along with 3 rebounds and 6 assists as Blue Devils take it 88-65. The final score in today's game between Duke and Virginia Tech has been presented by Smithfield. Smithfield, good food responsibly. We'll take you through all the stats here in just a second. Tell you about all the double-figure scores as the Blue Devils stacked up 51 in the second half to run away in the 23-point win. But first, it's time to hear from the head coach of the Blue Devils, John Shire, as we go to the locker room. Our post-game interview with the head coach is brought to you by Continental Tire, the exclusive tire of the Blue Devils. Find the right tire for your vehicle at ContinentalTire.com. Continental Tire, the smart choice in tires. And here's John Roth.
Thanks a whole lot, David. Blue Devils picking up this 88-65 win over Virginia Tech in the ACC home opener. Good to have an ACC home game after starting with 2 road wins. But kind of overall, your thoughts about what you guys did well today to get this one?
I'm proud of the team. You know what? It's every one of these games is precious. 19 assists, 9 turnovers, 2-to-1 ratio, 10 offensive boards. I thought we had some great sequences of sharing. And in the second half, we executed and then took advantage of fast break opportunities.
How about just coming off of a 10-day break? I know both teams are coming off of the same break, but for your guys coming off of a break with you had some practice time but hadn't played in 10 days.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's going to be some natural rust, and it's part of it. You got to play through it. You have to have a great competitive spirit, to be able to overcome that. And I thought we did, really throughout. Even the first half, I thought it was a little, maybe not as smooth, but, they only scored 27 points, and second half they ended up scoring 38. Probably 8 or 10 of them were late in the game. But, I thought it was just a really good step. A really good step.
This does start really basically the grind of the ACC season. You now got 2 games a week for the next couple of months. How much have you talked to your guys about that, especially guys who haven't really been through this kind of thing before?
A lot. It's different. Even though we play 2 road games, it's different this time of the year. And our guys, most of them haven't been through it. Even the guys that have, maybe in a different league or on a different team, but they haven't experienced it with us. So it's a lot of new. It's a lot of different. And we have to continue to sharpen up just on our defense. Thought there's too many mistakes, that we made. Some of it's expected, and some of it I have to help them with.
For some people who might be interested in a little bit of game management, I know you guys had opened up like a 15-point lead or so, and they got it back to 9. And then when you sprinted back out to 15, you called a timeout immediately after you got the 15-point lead again. Some of the reasons behind that?
Well, the reason was we couldn't get stops. They were getting back in the game from our defense. And so, all right, I was happy we executed well and scored, but I just want to get our minds ready to defend. And, fortunately, we were able to put away thanks to our defense and converting some defense to offense.
You did have 6 guys that scored in double figures today, but Cooper seemed like he had one of those games where he did basically everything. He's got something in every category on the stat sheet, and he just talk a little bit about just this kind of overall game for him.
I thought he took a big-time step. Coop is a special player, and I said earlier, I feel that he's even got another step, to take, which is probably unfair to say. The fact he's 18 years old, and he's already leading us basically in every category. But that's who he is. And I thought he had a great way about him tonight. Was unselfish, really attacked downhill. I mean, the fact is, he had 24 and 6, 4 steals. Not bad.
Not bad at all. And just to let you go as you close out the calendar year of 2024, any thoughts from you on maybe something from Duke basketball side that you're going to remember most about 2024?
Well, 2024, I reflect and think about just our program, the amazing support that we have. It's the best, and it's a blessing to be able to represent Duke every day. I think it's also a defining time for our program, just where we double down on the standards and the values that we know makes this program so special, and these guys have upheld them. So really proud of them, and I think the best is yet to come in 25.
Looking forward to it. Thanks a lot. Happy New Year, John.
Thank you, John. Happy New Year.
David?
All right, John, thank you very much. 88-65, the final score. We'll continue more of our postgame coverage in just a moment.
Every day in the U.S., more than 9 people are killed and 1,000 injured in crashes involving a distracted driver. You can't control other motorists, but you can control how you operate your vehicle. Avoid distractions while driving, like texting or checking social media. Brought to you by Trusted Choice Independent Insurance Agents of North Carolina. Learn more at trustedchoice.com/go Duke.
For more information, find your local independent insurance agent at insure-agent.com.
Let me grab my car keys and we'll roll.
We still going to that new bar downtown?
Yeah, it's supposed to be fun. Lexi, give me driving directions from home to downtown Bar District.
Autocorrect. Suggest Uber. Pick up. Home. Drop off downtown Bar District.
No, I'm driving.
Suggest the Metro bus. Departing in 12 minutes.
Point taken, Lexi. We'll grab a ride.
If you drink, don't drive. Decide to ride. Brought to you in partnership by Anheuser-Busch, Mothers Against Drunk Driving, and Uber.
We've called a 60-second local break timeout. Then more Duke basketball. You're listening to the Blue Devils Sports Network from Learfield.
Think about the last time you moved. Remember how you said you'd never do it alone again? We know moving is tough, but at Two Men and a Truck, we make it easy. No matter the move, big or small, we'll make it a smooth one. We're the movers who care and will prove it with our 96% referral rate and courteous background check movers. We're local and affordable. We can help at a price that won't make you wish you'd done it on your own. When you're ready, give us a call or find us online for a free estimate at twomenandatruck.com.
I feel happy, Valero Pay Plus app.
I feel happy, it makes savings a snap.
Use it and start saving automatically.
You just save some money, not too shabby.
I feel happy, I'm in and out real fast.
I feel happy, now pit stops are a blast.
Download today and get in on the fun. Valero Pay Plus app, your savings have begun.
Inside Cameron Indoor Stadium, 88-65 the final score. The Blue Devils take it by 23 over the Hokies. They've now won 3 in a row in the series, 11 in a row against Virginia Tech here at Cameron Indoor Stadium, and lead the all-time series 54-13. As we start to look over our post-game stats, they're brought to you by Steel. Trusted Steel, power in the palm of your hand. Visit your local Steel dealer or shop online at steelusa.com. David Shumay with you from the Crow's Nest. We'll go back down to the locker room and hear from John Roth with one of our players of the game here in just a moment. But as we said, there were 6 in double figures, led by Cooper Flagg, who had 24 points to go along with 3 rebounds, 6 assists, and 4 steals, a block shot as well. He only turned it over one time in playing nearly 30 minutes, 9 of 14 from the field, 2 of 4 from 3. He made all 4 of his free throws. By the way, the entire team made their free throws, made all 15 of their free throws here today, which means another 1,500 meals were donated to a local area food bank through the Food Line Feed Score to Give More program. The other guys that are in double figures here tonight, 13 points apiece for Tyrese Proctor and Con Knipple. Tyrese 4 of 9 from the field. Con was 4 of 10 with 2 threes. They each had 2 rebounds. Tyrese had 5 assists with no turnovers in this ball game. As the other guys in double figures, 12 points in the ball game for Isaiah Evans, 4 threes for him, 2 assists without a turnover. 2 guys had 10. Zion James had his second career double-double, career high in rebounding with 11, 10 and 11 for him on 5 of 7 shooting. And Mason Gillis also had 10, 3 of 5 in the ballgame for him, including 2 threes. Speaking of the man with his second career double-double, he's standing by with John Roth.
Thanks a lot, David. And just giving all the numbers here, and second time in, I guess, your overall career, you've had a double-double, once in Tulane, once here. But to me, like, the rebounds were huge in this contest. I know you guys wanted to really keep them from doing anything on the boards, and coming up with 11 boards is really big for this win, I would think.
Yeah, I mean, that was one of our big focuses coming in. One of our big focuses coming into the game was just being sharp and rebounding the ball well. I feel like someone who can help on that end, and today I was able to.
Talking about being sharp, how much of a concern was that overall after you guys haven't played a game in 10 days, had a little holiday break there? And I know it's ready to jump into the ACC play, but sometimes there's a little rust you have to get rid of.
I mean, I guess, but every team in the country, I'm sure they had a long break as well. So we had some time to get back in rhythm when we got back from break, and we weren't as sharp as we wanted to be throughout the game, but conference win's a conference win, especially when we won the way we did, and we're okay to keep moving on with that.
What are a couple of things you guys have maybe focused the most on since you've been back from the holidays to kind of gear up for the resumption of ACC play?
And the big one is just having our bodies in shape. Conference play is hard. It's physical. The games just keep coming and keep coming and keep coming. And we just want to make sure that our bodies are ready to go.
You're obviously one of the guys who knows that, having played a lot of college basketball. You got a lot of freshmen on this team and younger guys who really haven't been through conference wars, so to speak. What are some things maybe that you can help with or tell them about or talk about just to help them maybe from running into a wall as this thing goes along?
Yeah, I mean, the biggest thing is just finding ways to keep their mind fresh, and games just keep coming. It's the craziest thing, and it flies by. There are ups and there are downs, but really the big thing I try to teach all these guys is just to ride the wave a little bit. There's going to be ups and downs, but you gotta love it. That's the fun part of what we get to do.
What do you love about the way this team's been playing defense most of this year so far? It's been your calling card, and today you held them to only, 27 in the first half, and they didn't shoot very well. What do you like about the potential of this defense?
We feel like we can guard in a lot of different ways. Like I said, I don't think we are as sharp as we wanted to be, but even when we make mistakes, the really cool thing about our defense is that we have each other's back, and a lot of people watching wouldn't even know the mistakes we made because of how we cover a lot of things up. So I'm really proud of the way we play on that end.
How how excited are you, speaking of going into the conference play, the grind of the conference season, to do it in a different conference now in the ACC, just to go through like a lot of games now of opponents you haven't seen throughout your whole career, just kind of maybe a new exciting edge to a long conference season?
Yeah, I mean, it's cool. It's fun. I like traveling. I like seeing new places. This is a cool one for me because we played at SMU the last few years when they were in the American. It's a hard place to play. We know that, and we're going to be ready when we get down there.
And I guess before we let you go, anything exciting over the break for you that you had from the holidays? I know you had your toy drive with your foundation right before Christmas. How did that go, and how are things looking there?
Yeah, the toy drive was awesome. It was my first time doing something like that. We raised around 1,800 toys, and that was great for kids all around the city. So when I got back to Georgia, I just wanted to chill and see my family and relax a little bit, so I was able to do that.
All right, well, good. We're glad to have you back, ready to go, and thanks a lot for joining us.
Yep, thank you.
All right, that's Sion James, guys.
All right, John, thank you very much. 88-65, the final score. Told you about Sion's double-double. The other guys that played and scored here in this ballgame, Malawach had 2 points to go along with 4 rebounds. Also had 3 block shots in the ballgame, 2 points apiece for Caleb Foster and Malik Brown. The guys that played and did not score, Gungba and Harris each came off the bench. Gungba played nearly 7 minutes, Harris nearly 4. Did not score, but had an impact on the ballgame as the Blue Devils held Virginia Tech to just 65 points. They had 2 in double figures. Toby Lawal had 19. It was a 10-point night for Patrick Wessler. A lot of those came late in the ballgame when things were out of reach. Lawal was their leading scorer coming in, so not surprised that he got to 19, but he had struggled with turnovers, and tonight he had 4 turnovers and no assists. You heard the head coach touch on this. The Blue Devils had 19 assists and just 9 turnovers. Virginia Tech had 14 assists and 12 turnovers in the ballgame. The Blue Devils had 7 steals and 4 block shots. Virginia Tech did not have a block shot in the ballgame, and the Blue Devils won the battle on the boards 35-22. 10 offensive rebounds, just 5 for the Hokies. That led to 17 second chance points for John Shire's group and just 3 for Virginia Tech as they outscored the Hokies off of turnovers 18-8 in the paint, 38-22 on the break, 8-2. The Hokies had the edge on the bench, 35-26 in the ballgame as the Blue Devils finished the night shooting better than 50% for the field, 53.4%, 31-58, 11 of 29 from 3, making all 15 of their free throws as well, while the Hokies were 46% from the field, 8 of 21 from 3, and they were 11 of 15 at the line. The biggest lead for John Shire's group was 28. In the end, they win it by 23. 88-65 was the final score as they sit at 11-2, winners of 7 in a row, and now 3 in a row. 3-0 and 3 in a row, if you want to look at it this way, in the ACC as well, as the Hokies are now 5-8 and 0-2 in league play. Before we say goodnight from Cameron, a quick reminder that your trusted choice, independent insurance agents of North Carolina, would like to remind you that no text is worth a life. Research shows that over 22% of all teen-involved crashes per year in North Carolina are the result of distracted driving. And when 25% of teens and young adults admit to texting while driving, that fact becomes even more frightening. Let's have a hands-free NC. You can learn more at trustedchoice.com/go Duke. So a 23-point win. 88-65 is the final score. The Blue Devils now turn their attention to SMU. They will be in Dallas on Saturday afternoon. You heard Sion James talking about his familiarity there, the newest member of the ACC, one of the 3 new members coming in this year. That'll be a 2:15 tip down in Dallas, and we'll have pregame coverage on the network beginning at 1 o'clock. But tonight, just kicking off a very busy week for us along the network. We'll be down in Jacksonville tomorrow night, as we'll visit with head coach Manny Diaz on the Duke Football Radio Show ahead of the Blue Devils bowl game on Thursday. Tomorrow we'll be with you from 5:30 to 6:30. Dave Harding's going to join me. John Roth going to be there as well. Should be a fantastic crowd down in Jacksonville as we visit with head coach Manny Diaz. And then the following day, it'll be the 80th Gator Bowl as the Blue Devils take on number 14 Ole Miss. That'll be a 7:30 kickoff down in Jacksonville, and we'll have pregame coverage for you on Thursday beginning at 6:30. But with that, 5 hours until 2025. Happy New Year, everybody. Appreciate you spending some of your New Year's Eve with us. For John Roth and John Rose, I'm David Shoemate. So long from Cameron Indoor Stadium. Hope you guys have a wonderful New Year. Kyle's going to take you the rest of the way when we come back.
Blue Devil fans, here's your chance to team up with Duke Basketball in a season-long effort to support Duke Children's Hospital. We're asking 1,000 fans to be Hoops heroes for the kids at Duke Children's by making a $25 gift to the Charity Stripe 1000 Challenge. Your gift enters you for a chance to win tickets to the Duke UNC game in Cameron Indoor Stadium on February 1st. Give your 25 by texting Hoops Hero to 919-372-4159 and become a Duke Children's Hoops Hero today.
FanDuel Sports Network is your new home for your home teams. That's what I'm talking about! Watch all the big hits. Big shots.
What a game!
Big goals.
He scores!
All in one place.
Are you kidding me?
For coverage of Blue Devils athletics, the Carolina Hurricanes, and the Charlotte Hornets, visit FanDuelSportsNetwork.com today and watch all season long.
Duke plays here.
Flying in, reverses it, up and in for two.
This is the Blue Devils Sports Network from Learfield.
It's bow time. It's not just football season. It's tailgate season. And that includes every kind of football, whether it's got goalkeepers or goalposts. The kick is good! Because it doesn't matter where or how you tailgate. When you've got crispy chicken and fluffy buttermilk biscuits from Bojangles, your tailgate is better than great. It's legendary. Head to Bojangles and order your tailgate box with boldly seasoned chicken, fixins, biscuits, and legendary iced tea today. It's bow time.
Enjoying the game but not the drink being spilled down your back or the foam finger poking you in the face? Well, head to the concession stand, grab a Lindy's Italian Ice, and take a 6-ounce vacation. A 6-ounce cup of lemon Italian Ice will make you feel like you're swaying in a hammock, and the only thing in your face is a cool, salty breeze. That ought to have you refreshed. Now get your head back in the game and start belting out blue and white with the youthful exuberance of the freshman behind you. Yes, the same one that keeps spilling his drink down your back. Lindy's Italian Ice. Have an ice day.
Blue Devils win a 7th straight game and 18th in a row to open up ACC play inside Cameron Indoor Stadium. 88-65 the final against visiting Virginia Tech. Kyle Schasberger with you inside Studio 21. Let's take you through some of the high points from this game, then check the scoreboard, look ahead to SMU, and of course Duke football playing Ole Miss in the Gator Bowl on Thursday. We'll touch on that as well before we close up shop and pull the curtain down on 2024. Happy New Year, everyone. Again, 88-65 was the final 23-point victory for Duke in a game where they led by as many as 28. And it was Cooper Flagg, who just recently celebrated a birthday 10 days ago when the Blue Devils were last on the floor at Georgia Tech, continuing to get into his bag in a multitude of ways.
A nipple to the right, there's Cooper. Looking inside, nothing there. Lobs it to the left, Con a three. No. The rebound chased down by James. Up top, Proctor. A ball fake and a drive. Back up top, Cooper again. Counted in a foul. Knocks down a three. And Cooper's into double figures, and the Blue Devils are back in front.
That was a 3-pointer and one, so a 4-point play the old-fashioned way. Also had a dunk and one 3-point play opportunity earlier in the half. He had 14 of his 24 points on the night in the first half of action. Blue Devils led by 10 at the first half, highlighted as well by some high-flying antics from Tyrese Proctor.
Shot clock didn't reset, 10 on the timer. The Blue Devils have the offensive rebound with Proctor. On the left, here's Brown. 6 and 5. Back for Tyrese. 4 and 3. Between the legs. On the drive, right to the rim to punch it down.
Forget the layup. Tyrese Proctor punctuates that shot clock with a slammer.
Several vicious dunks from the Blue Devils in this contest. It continued, and of course from Tyrese as well in the second stanza.
Let's go Duke is the chant here at Cameron Indoor Stadium. Knipple faces up. A ball fake, thought about it. Instead, he'll drive into the paint, rise up, scoop, can't hit. They tap the rebound. Malawach has it. Here's Proctor, straight line drive, and a right-hand tomahawk.
No need to wait for midnight for the ball to drop. Tyrese Proctor just threw it down.
Tyrese, 1 of 6 in double figures. He had 13 points. Also with 13 was Con Knipple. Zion James, who you heard from with John Roth a moment ago, he had 10. 12 for Isaiah Evans, who had 4 triples. And then Cooper Flagg leading everyone in scoring with 24 points. A lot of high percentage looks for the Blue Devils. They outscored Virginia Tech by 13 in the second half, 51-38. And that was when Kamon Malawach was able to get his first make from the field.
James for Cooper Flagg at the top of the key. Looking to the left, Evans had a little bit of space. Cooper will drive it, though, into the paint. The lob, and this time, Malawach there to throw it down.
Finally, a connection with Kamon at the rim, and he pays it off.
Authoritative single basket for Malawach on the night. He played just 15 minutes, 1 of 2 from the floor. 75-50 was the scores. The Blue Devils were building out what, again, was a one-time 28-point lead, and Proctor punctuating 2024 for the Blue Devils.
Underhand scoop back up top for Brown. Waiting. Sends it to the right. Lawal had it taken away. Cooper Flagg, 2-on-1. It's Cooper to the paint. Leave it to Proctor on a rack attack.
Cooper Flagg, the headliner in this one, though, 88-65, the 23-point win. 24 points for Cooper on 9 of 14 from the floor. He had 6 assists, a single block, pulled down 3 rebounds, and he also had 4 steals. 4 of the Blue Devils, 7 steals in all. You already heard some of our Old Dominion Freight-Line defensive play of the game, which was a double feature. We played that earlier to begin the post-game show. Let's re-rack it one more time. Cooper, this was a second-half theft that led to a Sion James finish.
Hammond waiting, lobs it. Dangerous pass deflected, stolen by Cooper Flagg. The hit ahead for James! And a right-hand punch!
Great defense turns into emphatic offense.
In a 16-point lead.
Again, our defensive play of the game presented by Old Dominion Freight-Line. Old Dominion Freight-Line works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to be the official freight carrier of Duke Athletics. Blue Devils now 11-2, 3-0 in the ACC. They'll hit the road, travel to Moody Coliseum to take on SMU on Saturday at 2:15. Tip Time Network coverage will begin at 1. We'll take a look at the Ponies a bit more, touch on the out-of-town scoreboard when we return in a moment. Before we break, though, 10 seconds to allow stations to identify themselves as Duke basketball from Learfield. Blue Devils win by 23. More to come on our postgame show when we return here on the Blue Devils Sports Network from Learfield.
Are you ready to show your Duke pride wherever you go? Visit shop.duke.edu, your one-stop online store for all things Duke. From the latest apparel to must-have accessories, Duke University Stores has it all. Whether you're a student, alumni, or fan, shop.duke.edu has something for everyone. Get your hands on exclusive Duke gear today. Shop conveniently online at shop.duke.edu, where real Duke fans shop.
Hey Blue Devil fans, it's game day, and Harris Teeter knows your party is just as important as the game. With mouth-watering wings, delicious dips, pre-ordered party platters to please any crowd, and not to mention the best pizzas, ribs, and ready-to-grill pub burgers in town. Only Harris Teeter can deliver delicious as you huddle up with family and friends to celebrate. Set a reminder to order ahead if you need party platters, and make Harris Teeter your pre-game stop before the next game. Harris Teeter, where Blue Devil fans shop for their delicious game day.
You're listening to Duke Basketball on the Blue Devil Sports Network from Learfield.
Whether you're in the market for a new boat or just need service or accessories for an existing boat, turn to Overbee Marine. Now with 2 locations in Kittrell and Lake Gaston, Overbee Marine offers the highest quality of marine products and services, including the latest from Sea Ray, Centurion, Avalon, Bennington, as well as Cobalt boats. Overbee Marine also offers the largest selection of parts in the region, along with full-service facilities at their 2 locations. Stop by or give them a call at 252-586-3593 or online at overbeemarine.com. Overbee Marine. Don't let adventure pass you by.
What's up, fans? This is Roddy Jones, co-host of College Sports Now. We're breaking down all the action from around the country weekly during the football season. We'll look beyond the box score and keep our finger on the pulse of college football from September all the way to the national championship game in January, from the East Coast to the West Coast. Listen all season long on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you love to get your podcast. And while you're at it, be sure to give us a follow along on Twitter at CSNowTweets.
Rounds Virginia Tech 88-65 to improve to 11-2, 3-0 in the ACC. Kyle Shasberg with you inside Studio 21. Let's take you through the out-of-town scoreboard. Then we'll look ahead to SMU, which is coming up on Saturday. In the ACC, there were 3 other games. 2 teams at home winning and 1 road warrior. That was Wake Forest to beat Syracuse at the Dome. 81-71. Virginia overcame a first-half deficit of 10 to win over NC State 70-67. And Georgia Tech downs Notre Dame 86-75. In the top 25, 7th-ranked Kansas loses their Big 12 opener for the first time in 33 years. West Virginia comes to Fog Allen and wins 62-61. LSU and Baylor meeting in the Texas Bowl. The Tigers leading the Bears 44-31 and 109 remaining in the fourth quarter. Earlier today, it was Washington going for 2 and the win with 9 seconds remaining in the Sun Bowl against Louisville. That attempt failed, and the Cardinals were able to hang on, get the ACC a much-needed bowl win, 35-34. And 20th-ranked Illinois was able to polish off 15th-ranked South Carolina late in the Citrus Bowl.
3rd and 3. Illinois at the 9. South Carolina, 7:36, go down 3. Pitch, coming left, McCray, into the end zone, touchdown!
Brian Barnhart from Learfield, 21-17 was the final score. 9-yard rushing score, 1 of 2 for McCray on the ground, who went for 114 yards on 13 carries for the Fighting Illini, who match a program record 10 wins here in the 2024 season. Also, 11th-ranked Alabama falls to Michigan. Wolverines notching a second straight double-digit underdog victory, knocking off Ohio State in the regular season finale at the Horseshoe, and then winning 19-13 over Alabama in the ReliaQuest Bowl here earlier today. The first of 4 CFP quarterfinal games is teed up about 20 minutes away, maybe closer to 30. First quarterfinal action coming via the Fiesta Bowl. 6-seeded Penn State and 3-seeded Boise State. Those two will meet. And then tomorrow via Bevia games, 3 more coming your way. Texas and Arizona State will meet. In the Peach Bowl, you have Oregon and Ohio State in the Rose Bowl, and then the Sugar Bowl will feature Notre Dame and Georgia. The first of 4 CFP quarters again coming your way about 20 to 30 minutes from now. Boise State and Penn State in the Fiesta Bowl. Duke football will be in the Gator Bowl on Thursday. Network coverage begin at 6:30 ahead of a 7:30 kickoff from Jacksonville as Duke meets Ole Miss, pair of 9 and 3 teams. You can learn more about that matchup tomorrow with the Duke Football Radio Show with Manny Diaz. 5:30 will be that start. That show taking place in Jacksonville as well. Ahead of that Thursday matchup from Everett Bank Stadium. Again, 7:30 kick, 6:30 network coverage on Thursday as Duke meets Ole Miss in the Gator Bowl. Blue Devils going for a 6th straight bowl win. On the hardwood, they will return to action on Saturday. Will John Shire's crew as they meet SMU for the 5th time ever in school history. Blue Devils last faced SMU in the second round of the 88 NCAA tournament in Chapel Hill. 74-79 Duke win. Only road game at SMU's first contest in the series back in 1977. ACC newcomer SMU, highest scoring offense in the league, 16th in the country, 87.2 points per contest. Andy Enfield's in his first year as the head coach after spending the previous 11 seasons at USC, taking the Trojans to 5 of the last 8 NCAA tournaments. Tip time 2:15 for Moody Coliseum in Dallas on Saturday. We'll be with you along the network starting at 1 o'clock with the Reed's Jewelers countdown to tip-off. For John Roth and engineer John Rose and the voice of the Blue Devils, David Shoemate, I've been your studio host, Kyle Schatzberger. Final score from Cameron one more time. 4th-ranked Duke, 88. Virginia Tech, 65. Happy New Year, everyone. This has been Duke Basketball from Learfield.
Thank you for listening to Duke Basketball on the Blue Devils Sports Network from Learfield. Our coverage has been brought to you by Coca-Cola. Crisp, refreshing, and irresistibly tasty. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide. Reed's Jewelers, your home for fine Swiss timepieces, beautiful diamonds, and the world's most luxurious jewelry brands. Reed's Jewelers, trusted with life's moments. By Continental Tire, the exclusive tire of the Blue Devils. Find the right tire for your vehicle at ContinentalTire.com. Continental Tire, the smart choice in tires. By the Hilton Garden Inn, your home base near Duke University. By Duke Health, be a game changer. The Duke team is pioneering the future of healthcare for communities in the Triangle and beyond. Discover what's possible at careers.dukehealth.org. And by the Washington Duke Inn, honoring tradition over trend for over 30 years. The preceding has been a Learfield presentation of the Blue Devils Sports Network.